Good evening. Well, shoot, afternoon. I'm so used to working evening cards. Good afternoon, everyone. We are at Mercer County Fair today in Celina.
Yes, we are.
And I think we're actually missing a post parade from Doug. So apologies for that. He's already through it. We're not messing around. Again, today we're having some audio issues from the announcer's booth. That's why we took a while to get on, and that's why all the horses are already out.
Yep.
But alongside that, we've got all girls today.
Yeah.
All fillies for 13 races, as well as a Signature Series trot, I believe.
Is that right? Did I look at that correctly? Oh, we sure did. Look at that. Yeah, 2 Sig trots represented by horses that combined in those 2 races have made over $1,700,000.
It's always good stuff. This program puts a lot of pride into their harness racing cards every single year. We'll have enough time in between the 13 races to get to talk about those, but we'll just keep on going. We didn't introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, you might recognize our voices by now. We work a lot together as well.
We do indeed.
I'm Ashley Daly, and I've got Michael Langer behind me and Matt Clark today. I don't get to see Matt a whole lot.
I don't either. It's nice to be up in this part of the state. Get to see Matt. It's been a while.
So we're going to go ahead. There we have a change. Chucky Bolin now to drive the 3. So let's go ahead and take a look. It also looks like Doc Holliday's on the 1, Michael.
Okay.
Race 1, $7,708, 2-year-old filly trot. On the rail, Rose Run Celine, Doc Holliday for Todd Luther of this Triumphant Caviar filly. Coming off of a win at Xenia, wire to wire there in 202-1. That's only her first win in 5 tries this year, but she's got $6,000 on her card.
The 2 is Volsterina. Alan Voorhees trains and owns. This is a Volstead filly. It'll be driven by Bruce Schmidt out of a muscle mass mare, Zacharina. It's had 3 starts so far this year and has been in second place in 2 of those. So I would say they're probably pretty pleased with where they've gotten so far.
Our 3-horse Chucky Bolin now in the bike for Mark Winners. This is a Centurion ATM filly, owned pretty local here by AWS Stables.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here is a proper post parade.
$708 sponsored before you office. These are the horse number 1, Rose Run Celine, the driver, Ken Holliday. Number 2, Volsterina with driver Bruce Schmidt. 3, Zell, Charlie Bolin drives. Number 4 is Trick GL, the driver, Hank Levan. 5, Second Copy, Chris Hope in the sulky. Win Play Show.
There we go. The proper post parade. Sometimes when we've got our headsets on, it is hard to tell what's going on with Doug. He was having so many issues getting started up here today. But finishing the thoughts on the 3 Zell, Charles Bolin in the bike for Mark Winners, owned pretty locally here. AWS Stables out of Lima, as well as Mark Winners himself. 4 lifetime starts, still looking to break the maiden, but it has been progressively getting better. 2 back at Washington Courthouse was second in 209-4.
The 4 horses, Trick L, Hank Levan team are the owners. This is a play, Tricks on Me filly from the DeJambro mare. I Like Purple. Really good start so far of the season. 8 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 1 third, $14,000 in earnings coming off a second place finish at Wapakoneta, a break before that at Sydney, and then a win, a second, a win, and a win. So this one's going to be tough here today.
The 5, Christopher Hope for Fletcher Davis, this Volstead filly. Second Copy. She's out of a mare, Copy That by Chapter 7, owned out of Pinehurst, North Carolina. Pinehurst Racing Partners. Another one that's still looking to break the maiden in 5 lifetime starts, but has 2 second-place finishes and a third-place finishes, making $43,000 already on the year. Last time out was at Chillicothe, was second in 204-2. Final quarter there, 29 flat.
5 2-year-old filly trotters with a purse of $7,708. Going to be 2 divisions of this class of racehorse. It is a mostly cloudy day, I think is the way we would describe conditions here at the Mercer County Fair in Celina. There is rain both north, south, and west of us, but right now we're looking pretty good. I know that there was a bunch of rain up here yesterday. I was really pleased to see that the track is looking really good condition. And there should be some great racing, Ashley.
They take a lot of pride in this program here, and this is, of course, the home of our one and only Doug Ballinger.
Yes, it is. Yes. I said to Doug, I said, so, because Doug usually asks me how long was my ride, to get here. But when I saw him, I got to him first, and I said, so, Doug, how long was your ride to get over here to the fairgrounds today? He goes, 5 minutes. Like, perfect. That works. Neat little town, the Celina.
I've only been up here for the races or the matinee. Celina does hold the very first matinee of the year. Usually, I think it's like the first weekend of May every year, and that's about the only time I get up here.
Yeah, I just took a little drive through downtown. I got up here a little bit early, and you could tell a good town by the number of empty storefronts, and there weren't any. Yeah, so a lot going on up here. Really nice place. The horses are lining up behind the starting gate on the backstretch, the top of the last turn. As mentioned, Doug Ballinger, a local resident here in Celina, will be announcing our races for us today. 2-year-old filly trotters, 1 mile, $7,708. And they are on their way to the starting gate. Let's go up to Doug for the call.
They're up and running. That's Zell out for the lead. Trick L, the outside. Valsterina comes out in third. Second copy on the outside. Into the turn. Rose Run Celine, the early trader. The race on over to the opening 8. Trick L. Hank Levan will guide him up the backside. Leading away by a length. Zell takes the 2-hole trip. Valsterina 3 lengths off the lead. Third. Racing fourth. Rose Run Celine and trailing the field. Second copy across the backside for the first time. Trick L looking for fourth of the season. Leads the way for Hank Levan. Zell right there second. Valsterina trots third. Rose Run Celine fourth. Trailing the field, second copy. They trot by the opening quarter in at 31 2/5. They circle the turn and head to the 3/8. Trick L leads the way but 2 1/2. Zell second. Trotting third. Valsterina moving to the outside. Rose Run Celine now fourth. Trailing the field, second copy. They pass the stand for the first time and come to the half. And Trick L's got every call. He'll lead them under the line for the first time. Zell second. Third on the outside is Rose Run Celine. Valsterina stacked up fourth. Fifth to the outside. Here comes second copy. They head into the turn and head to the 5/8. Off a half in 102 3/5. 3/8 of a mile to trot. Still there. Trick L. Rose Run Celine up on the outside. Zell third. The outside second copy. Valsterina shuffled to fifth. Midpoint of the backside, and here comes Valsterina. She's hounded on the move at the outside. Now fifth. They're into the turn. Rose Run Celine second to the inside. Trick L second copy third. Valsterina with every stride fourth, and Zell races fifth. 3/4 in 1:32 4. They circle the far turn, and second copy jumps it off. 1/8 of a mile to trot. Rose Run Celine leads the way. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Trick L second. Valsterina is third. Inside the final 16th, Rose Run Celine to take the opener. 2 to 4, Trick L home third. The 2, Valsterina. The mile 2:03 2/5.
Not a terrible mile for our opener.
I'd say that was pretty respectable for 2-year-old filly trotters. All of whom are still, in their first 10 races they've ever raced. So that was pretty cool. Rose Run Celine for the Luther team. Doc Holliday and the bike gets the win. I had Trick L with Hank Levan second and Valsterina in third. 2:03 2.
That's going to help. The Luther's already getting off on a winning start today. I walked back there really quick, and it looks like they had maybe technically a shed row on the side of a barn. They took the whole thing. They had. Oh,
is that right?
Every single one of those stalls, shed row stalls were filled with Luther horses. And I can assume this has got to be one of their further fairs, just because they're coming from Paris, Kentucky, all the way up to Celina here. We're pretty far north, not the farthest north by any means.
Right.
But I think for OCRA fairs, this might be
This could
Might
very
be
well
the
be the furthest they
for
go.
OCRA,
Yeah.
And we're pretty close to the Indiana border. That's why.
Right. Good news is a very straight drive from Paris up Interstate 75, so they don't have to cut and get on too many 2 lanes on the way to get to the fairgrounds.
The Armbro Laser Mare, Rose Run Keepsake, second win of the season. Greg Luther Racing, Black Lick, Ohio owned. Tom Luther trains. Doc Holliday in the sulky, the mile 2:03, 2/5. This race sponsored by For You Office.
Did you get a 3/4 time?
I did. 1:32 and 4.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a minute and 4.
The 1, Rose Run Celine, the winner. 2, Valsterina 3, 3, Zell 4. 4, Trick L2, the 5, second copy 5, 2:03, 2/5. The quarter 31 and 2, the half 1:02 and 3, 3/4 1:32 and 4, 1:34, 2, 5 on the bottom. Second race, the 5, ATI Race Your Own Way. Make the driver Roy Wilson. Roy Wilson drives the 5, ATI Race Your Own Way. In place.
We are official for race 1. Exacted return 1880. Oh, the try's 1540,
bad.
so not terrible at all.
No,
Our winner
not at
was
all.
$7 even for our winner there. 142 official for that trifecta. I gotta say, our 2 horses also locally owned. We want to mention Alan Voorhees, Rusty. He's on our OHHA board. So we've gotten to know Rusty pretty well over the last, maybe, I want to say he's been on the board maybe 3 years-ish, somewhere around there. And he's a wonderful guy, and I think this is the only horse he's got in the barn.
It is. I went back and saw her. Yeah, she likes attention.
Really?
She's a sweetheart, yeah.
Oh,
is that right? Yeah.
Rusty keeps, well, last time I was there probably would have been matinee time-ish. He keeps a nice, pristine barn, too.
Yeah. Between the equipment, the horse, there wasn't a speck of dust out of place in that one. I mean, it's something to see.
Anybody know about the relationship with the driver?
Bruce Schmidt?
Yeah.
He's also stabled here, I believe. I don't know if he has horses now. He used to be. He is a great driver, especially with young trotters. He doesn't do it much anymore, but I think him and Rusty are kind of buddies here.
Yeah, well, this is the only horse that Bruce has driven.
Yeah, I mean, he takes it real
and
he's
done a great job
and
done a really good job with it. I mean, 3 out of 4 in the money. So
yeah, definitely tries to teach him something, and brings him along slowly.
Perfect. That wraps up the first. When we come back, the second is a 3-year-old filly pace with a purse of $5,074. You're watching live harness racing from the Mercer County Fair in Celina, Ohio. We'll be back right after these messages from our.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Welcome back here to Mercer County in Celina, headed into race 2 of 13 and Ladies' Day.
Ladies' Day it is. Yes, it is.
I think we've already got 3 out. Looking for a full field of 7. We have a lot of 3-year-old filly pacers here today. Breaking up to, looks like 3 different divisions, full fields.
Purse of $5,074 for these ladies.
We do score 6 wide. Hopefully you pick that up in the first race. This is a nice track, especially with the amount of weather that the entire state of Ohio has received in the last week.
Yeah.
And they've done a wonderful job. The track looks fantastic. Now, it did throw a wrench into some things as far as our parking goes.
Yeah.
They, Horsemen actually were not allowed to park their trailers where we normally do because it's in grass and, you know, heavier trucks and trailers. So they had to pull up here.
Drop
unload,
off the horses.
Yes, and then I think.
Do they have barn space for everybody?
Yes, usually.
They do.
I don't think they have to even put up a tent. I'm trying to think as I just walked back there. Now there's some like shed rows looking stalls, but no, I believe there was stalls for everybody.
Perfect.
But I think everybody unloaded horses fine, equipment fine, then had to go find a parking spot in a local business. I think had a large enough parking spot.
I saw the lot.
Okay.
It's like the next driveway up past the main entrance.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it's filled with trailers.
It has thrown a wrench into all over the place.
Well,
oh my gosh.
It's been a crazy week. I mean, between Urbana,
Croton, you just lost both cars yesterday.
We lost both cards. Attica, we ended up doing the doubleheader.
Yep.
With 23 races, is that what we had on Thursday?
Yes,
yeah,
we did.
23 races on Thursday. Yeah, it's just been a mess. Well, listen, we've had, reports of 9 inches of rain, and we had a tornado confirmed on the south side of Columbus, and power outages all over. Yeah, it's been quite a mess, quite a challenge.
Post parade.
Post parade is coming up. Let's go up to Doug.
For the Beat Stable, a field of 7. Roy Wilson to drive the 5.
As soon as we start talking, he's going to.
You guys are live now.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay, I think.
He's
here.
Waiting for the 1.
Driver Chris Hope. Number 2 is Philly Camelade with Charles Neff. 3, Liberty Bibberty, the driver Cam McCowan. Number 4, Cross the River, driven by Jason Beatty. 5, ATI Race Your Own Way, Roy Wilson drives. 6, It's Not Your Turn, Austin Henners. And number 7, I Want Mo, Luke Ebersol in the sulky. Win place show.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead and take a quick look. You want to introduce us to the rail
Sure.
horse?
From the rail out, number 1, Ellie Woods. Christopher Hope trains and drives, shares ownership with Loy, Briggs, and Baker. A summa cum laude filly from the Art Major mare Eagle Yankee. 9 starts this year, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 1 third. Mark of 52-3 at Scioto Downs, and earnings just shy $17,000, coming off a 3rd place finish last week in Wapakoneta.
The 2, Charles Neff, trains and drives Filly Cum Laude. This is a summa cum laude filly out of a Western vintage mare. 5 lifetime starts. She's still looking to hit the board, but she has made $2,600. She has stepped it up into that middle tier, racing both in the McCoy legs at Scioto Downs as well as a leg of the Buckeye Stallion Series straights at Scioto. She unfortunately was out of the money, but paced her mile in 54-2. Last time out, she did come to a fair at Chillicothe and was 4th and 59-2 there as well. And final quarter, 28-4.
The 3 is Liberty Bibberty. Cam McCown drives for Jessica McCown. Summa cum laude filly for the Rock and Roll Hanover mare America Rocks. He's the stock Inc. Harville and Davis share ownership of this one. 18 starts this year. 3 wins, 5 second-place finishes, $24,000 in earnings, and a mark of 55, coming off an impressive win at Attica just a few days ago in 2:02 3/5.
The 4, Jason Beatty for Roy Burns, who also owns this Fool Me Once filly. Across the River, 6 seasonal starts, just 14 starts lifetime, coming off a second-place finish at Chillicothe in 58-3, final quarter 28-4. She's made over $3,000 this year.
The 5, ATI Race Your Own Way. Roy Wilson drives for Tommy Jones. Bob Beachy owns this Racing Hill filly out of the Pacific Fellamare Atlantic filly. 12 starts, 2 wins, 1 second, 3 thirds, 8,800 in earnings, a mark of 59 at Chillicothe, where she's coming off a win in her last start in 159 at odds of 25-1.
And I was going to say, currently sitting as the 1-5 favorite
is
our 6 horse. It's Nacho Turn. Austin Hanner is in the bike for Todd Luther. So this one will leave from the far outside of the gate, but I don't know if that's going to affect this filly at all. She can kind of race from anywhere. She's looking to go 4 in a row. She was a winner at Xenia, Eaton, and Sydney. Timed her best mile actually way back on July 1st in a Fillies Mares non-winners of 2 at Scioto. She wasn't a winner, but she was second there in 151-2. She's got 5 wins and 8 goes this year alone.
Zoom. Number 7, I Want Mo. Kim Daly.
Oh, I didn't even know she was in this race.
How
terrible is that?
We know that horse. Luke Ebersol drives for Kim, who owns this Fool Me Once filly out of the Mach 3 mare, Mach May over. 12 starts this year. Does have 1 third-place finish. Has been picking up some checks over the last month, but can't get to that first or second spot here. We'll see what happens with the second-tier start today.
This is the filly that got stuck in the tree. I've told that story a couple times now this year, and I hope Luke can give her a good drive. She has been blistered a little bit in her last handful of races. She actually could have been a better 2-year-old, but the same idea. You know how we just like to blame the drivers.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. It's easy.
Well,
it's easy to blame the drivers.
Hey, they're the only ones that are driving the horse.
But Luke Hanners, my gosh, Luke Ebersol had a great drive last night. We will talk about that because Northfield had a big night.
Yeah.
Grand Circuit night up north.
Yep.
So we'll have time eventually to talk about that as well. But let's roll on up to Doug Ballinger. Call the second.
They're up then, pacing. That's Liberty Bibbity out for the lead. Filly Camelade on the inside. Elwoods comes out in third. Field into the turn. ATI Race Your Own Way, the outside fourth. Racing fifth is I Want Mo. Off stride as they head up the backside. It's Filly Camelade on the outside. It's Nacho Turn down the backside going to the opening quarter. On top of the field and showing away. Cam McCown, Liberty Bibbity lead it by a length across the river. We'll get that 2-hole trip. Elwoods racing third, racing fourth. I Want Mo. Fifth on the outside. ATI Race Your Own Way and moving to the outside. It's Nacho Turn. We'll pick up that cover as they move around the turn. Filly Camelade trails through a quarter in 29-4. Around the turn to the 3/8. ATI Race Your Own Way. Roy Wilson trying to clear to the front, not wanting to give it up is Liberty Bibbity. Across the river is third, fourth on the outside. It's Nacho Turn. Elwoods is fifth, racing sixth. I Want Mo as they come to the halfway point. Liberty Bibbity still there. ATI Race Your Own Way. It's Nacho Turn is now on the leader's wheel as they move into the turn off a half in 59-1. They're 3/8 out and Liberty Bibbity has got every call to her outside. It's Nacho Turn to the inside of Nacho Turn as ATI Race Your Own Way. Elwoods the outside and moving to the outside comes across the river. I Want Mo second to last and Filly Camelade trails the field. They near the 3/4. Liberty Bibbity on the outside. It's Nacho Turn up the inside. ATI Race Your Own Way across the river. The outside fourth. 5 inside I Want Mo. 6 outside into the turns. Elwoods and Filly Camelade trails 129-1 around the far turn. The leader still Liberty Bibbity looking for some daylight. ATI Race Your Own Way. It's Nacho Turn is third. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Liberty Bibbity is almost there. Coming to the line. It's Liberty Bibbity home second to 5. ATI Race Your Own Way third. It's Nacho Turn. 158 and 2.
That was a group of nice fillies.
Yeah.
Cam wasn't messing around.
No.
No. Great rating job on the front end there for Cam. That was impressive. And 158 and 2. Also impressive.
That's a group of nice fillies.
Yes, it is.
As we did some introductions there, that there were some nice fillies in there, and we did get to see that. I've got 3, 5, 6, 4 across the wire.
And Mama gets a check for 5th place.
That matters.
Yes, it does.
Especially when there's 7 horses in the field. You just got to beat a couple.
Right. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Liberty Bibberty now 2 in a row in Ohio. We did see this one walk away a winner at Attica despite a second-tier finish. That was a funky day at Attica. We normally score 5 wide there. Ended up scoring 4 wide.
Yes,
so
we
we
did.
had 2 or 3 trailers in many, many races there. But Liberty Bibberty did walk away a winner by just a neck, but it's still a nice mile. Now in 19 seasonal tries, 4 wins, and adds another $2,500 to her lifetime earnings.
Yep. That field was dominated by Summa Cum Laude fillies. There were 4 of them out of the 7 horses in there. The Summas have proven to be very competitive.
Now that also goes back to the Some Beach Somewhere bloodline, doesn't it? Summa Cum Laude, as well as down by the seaside Some
That
Beach
sounds
Somewhere.
right.
I think it does.
$1,074. Blanket by the bait stable, the 3, Liberty Bibberty. Through a black filly by Summa Cum Laude out of the Rock and Roll Hanover mare. America Rocks, her 4th of the season, 7th career. Here's the Rock Incorporated, Bucyrus, Ohio. Sean Harville and Scott Davis own. Jess McCowan trains Cam McCowan in the sulky, the mile 158, 2/5. This race by the bait stable. Judge's inquiry does not affect the winner. Roy Wilson and Charles Neff. Roy Wilson, Charles Neff go to the starting gate called Judge's Stand.
This would be a big number.
We do have an inquiry. They're calling Roy Wilson, who was driving the 5.
Yep.
And Charles Neff, who he did make that nasty break. I think it was in the first turn.
It was, yes.
So we'll hang on here for just a moment before we go official, but does not affect our winner, Liberty Bibberty. Jess McCowan, Cam McCowan, for that one, she went off 7-1, so that won't be a terrible payday, and we'll see how the exact and the try.
Yeah, I mean, all pretty good numbers there. I was noticing that Charles Neff on the 2 that had that early break, he is one of the owners of this one. It's also the first time that he's driven this filly, which could be part of the reason for the break. You know, got to get familiar with who you're driving a little bit.
So she did make a break. Our 2 horse, Philly Cum Laude, who was a breaker here, did make a break on her last start as well, right behind the gate. But maybe you guys saw it. I'm telling you, that camera view is different than our view. Probably people might not always believe us.
Yeah.
But the way that Matt's able to follow and give you guys the best view, sometimes we don't pick up on things.
Well, there's a lot to see. I mean, don't be so hard on us.
A lot of horses to follow. And something I will say, I try to double time. Sometimes I just have to stop doing it, like reading comments and trying to fix problems and catch problems and whatnot. And sometimes I miss half the race sometimes.
You don't see all of Ashley's action unless you're sitting right next to her. She's jotting down notes. She's checking the feed and the comments. She's looking at the program.
Genuinely, that's why I don't remember what day it is. I don't remember what fair I'm at. I don't remember if it's afternoon or morning or evening.
None of that's important, Ashley.
No, we're just here. We're here to have a good time.
Exactly
and sometimes
right.
we got to take a step back and remember that at the end of the day, we're just here to enjoy the races and bring you the best that we possibly can in the capacity that we can.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple formula.
Great crowd here today. Celina always has a nice crowd.
Huge grandstand at this place.
Long.
Man,
it's long. You're
it is
right.
long. And some box seats with folding chairs in front of it. It's got a little Red Mile feel to it, actually.
Yeah?
You know, it does. Yeah, it does a little bit.
Where'd you get that shirt, Langer?
Say again?
Where'd you get that shirt?
I had it made.
Turn around. Gotta get it.
Like that?
You had that made?
I had it made.
What's your back look like? Is it the KHH? No, this is the one that's correct.
Yeah.
Not the one that got Swift.
It's a story behind this. So I had a guy make me a T-shirt, buddy I used to work with, that was for KHHA, because I cover the fairs down in Kentucky also, and he made one. I reached out to him a couple of weeks ago, and I said, okay, listen, I need 2 more for Kentucky, and I need 2 for OHHA. And he said, okay, no problem. So, a week and a half, 2 weeks go by. He calls. He goes, okay, they're ready. Come pick them up. So I get over there and I look at them, and the first one is this one. So it was correct. The next one had the OHHA on the front and KHHA on the back. Wow. And there was a KHHA on the front with an OHHA on the back, and 1 correct KHHA one. But, yeah, well, I don't get by your place to get, you guys, I don't know whether there's stuff over there or not. T-shirts. I'm seeing a lot of this gray one this year. I don't know if that's new or old.
This is old. So we only get, OHHA doesn't order merch on, a normal basis, even for staff and board members. That's not a normal thing. We're not a merch place.
Yeah.
We're also a nonprofit, not for profit.
Yes.
So we have to be careful about selling things and making profit.
Sure.
So I think a few people have questioned us about that. I think they're trying to get some things in the works currently that's not something that's available. But what I'm wearing right now is
older
USTA and OHHA. USTA, if I ever have any T-shirts on, they're actually from USTA, from our FFA convention and equine affair.
Right.
Those branded events where we don't necessarily always want to wear polos. We try to be a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, of course.
That's what this one. I think it says Team Standardbred on the back.
It does. Yeah.
Actually, I do really like this shirt.
Are we waiting for this race to be official?
Just went official.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're moving anything.
Disqualification. Here's the official results. The 1 Elwood 6-2. Philly Cumlade 7-3. Liberty Biberty the winner. 4 Cross the River 4-5. ATI Race Your Own Way 2. 6 It's Nacho Turn 3. 7 I Want Mo 5. 1 58-2. 29-4. 59-1. 1 29-1. 6-7-1 4-2-3 5 on the bottom. Upcoming third, number 3 Proxy's Photo. Change the driver to Cam McCowan. Cam McCowan now will drive the 3 Proxy's Photo. Win place show Quinella Exacta.
You can hear all the wind in the microphone, and I apologize for that. I can't do anything about that, but I would love to get some of that up here where we're at, because we are getting none of it.
No.
It's a little sticky up here.
It is a little sticky. You're right. Third race is coming up next. It's a 3-year-old filly trot, purse of $4,750. There are 5 ladies that will be competing. We'll introduce them to you right after we get back from these messages.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion, In Range, set new sales records at the 2025 Jug Sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm. Consignment.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Use code FAIR26 and receive $10 off your next order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
All right, we're back.
Let me see. This might be able to reach.
It probably can. I wish I could get the camera up there.
Let me see.
We've got a tiger show going on behind us, like an actual real live tiger show.
Oh my!
Those are big tigers.
Holy
That's a big tiger.
Smokes! There's 2 of them in there.
The things you will see at a county fair.
Yeah,
Tiger was not on my bingo card this
Last
year.
year, I swear it was like dolphins or something they had set up there. I've never seen the tigers here before.
This is, what did you say, Joe? What's that guy's name?
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
Yeah. I don't think it's him, though. Last I heard, he's still a little bit of a jam.
Huh. We've seen at, where was it at? Michael, I don't think you were with me. Sydney. Sydney had equestrian vaulting in the first turn.
Equestrian what?
Vaulting. Do you know what vaulting is?
No.
So it is like gymnastics on horseback while they are loping in a circle.
Oh my God! Really?
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the post parade for Doug.
Blanket in memory of Ralph and Marge Beckstead. Cam McCown to drive the 3. These are the horses. Number 1 is Creatine Dog, driven by Jeff Nysonger. Number 2, Hill on Heels, Mickey Holiday driving. The 3, Proxy's Photo. The driver now, Cam McCown. Cam McCown, the 3, Proxy's Photo. 4, So Radiant with driver Roy Wilson, and rounding out the field, the 5, Country Diamond Lady, Melvin Schmucker in her sulky.
Okay, just a field of 5, so we don't even technically have a full gate. It's not something that we see super often at these county fairs because of the amount of horses we've seen all season this year.
Yeah.
But 5 horses now in race 3, $4,750 in this sophomore filly trot. On the rail, Creatine Doll, Mark Winters trains, Jeff Nysonger in the bike. 12 seasonal starts. She has yet to have a win in 2026. Quite a bit of a change from her freshman season. Last year, she had 5 wins and 15 starts and made over $23,000. Last go was at Xenia, where she did make a break behind the gate. Before then, she was really starting to knock on the door of that first seasonal win. She had a second, a third, and another second. Her best mile that I can see this year was timed at Scioto Downs and a non-winners of 1. She was second there in 58-1.
Number 2 is Hill on Heels. Mickey Holiday drives for Kenny Hurst. What the Hill filly from the Majestic Sunmare Pole Dancer. Ken Hurst, along with the Bakers, Eddie Huber Heights, leads this one. 12 starts this year, 1 second, 4 third-place finishes, about $5,500 in earnings. Had a second at Xenia despite a break at the half last week. Previous to that, a second-tier start that resulted in a third-place finish. So this one can stay flat and get a good position out of the 2-hole here. She could be tough today.
Our 3-horse Cam McCown now to drive. Joseph Wagler trains and owns this long tom filly out of SJ's Photo, or excuse me, out of PJ's Photo and SJ's Photo mare. This is Proxy's Photo. 2 back at Lebanon. She was a winner just by a neck in 2:04.2. 16 seasonal tries. She's had 2 wins, 1 third, and 4 third-place finishes to make almost $14,000. She was very lightly started as a 2-year-old, and that seems to be paying off.
The 4 is So Radiant. Roy Wilson drives for April Roach, who trains and owns a Marcel filly from the Archangel mare. I'm an Angel. 12 starts this year. 2 wins, 3 third-place finishes, $6,500 in earnings, a mark of 202. Wilmington last time out was a 6th. At Chillicothe, at Eaton, a third-place finish, and at Sydney, third-place finish the week before that.
Run out the field in the 5th post position. Melvin Schmucker trains, drives, and owns this What the Hill filly. Country Diamond Lady, 12 seasonal starts with 4 wins in 2026. Almost $20,000 earned this year. This one's raced actually in Kentucky and
Yep.
here in Ohio, so maybe you got to see her in the
did.
Proud Series
Sure
down
did.
there.
Yep.
She has been racing quite a bit around the Ohio fairs as well. She was a back-to-back winner at Eaton and Sydney, as well as stepped it up middle of July in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Scioto Downs. She unfortunately was just out of the money, but we do have a mile trotted in 56 flat. Final quarter is 29-4 in that BSS start.
It's a competitive little field of 5 filly trotters.
They like the 5 right now, sitting 6-5, and our 3 horse sitting 8-5. I don't think we mentioned it, but Matt, I'm sure you did have the camera on the tote board. We had some big payouts in that last race.
Yeah.
Can't remember exactly what the try was, but I think it was over $100.
Yeah, 104.
Yep.
That's one thing that is so enjoyable about coming to these fairs that really do pump up their harness racing program. If you like to play or even just want to get your toes wet in playing, like it's so much fun at a county fair level.
Yeah, very much so.
You can make your gas money back, make your dinner money back.
Yep. Yep. I like to wager every once in a while at the fairs. Took today off because it's Sunday.
Did you take the day off?
I took the day off. We'll get them at
Are you dry on Sundays? Is that when I?
Yeah, that's what it is. Right. That's me. Never on Sunday.
All right, we're moving into position behind the Mike Webkenberg starting gate. From the rail out, Creatine Doll, Hill on Heels, Proxy's Photo, So Radiant, and Country Diamond Girl. Race number 3.
First of 3 divisions. Let's take it up to Doug for the call.
Here they come. They're off and trotting. Country Diamond Girl charges out from the outside. The inside, Hill on Heels comes out in second. Proxy's Photo is third, and So Radiant fourth. And the gate breaker, Creatine Doll, the early trader, fifth, as they race on over to the opening 8th. Country Diamond Lady, the leader by 3 up the backside. Hill on Heels taking that 2-hole trip. Proxy's Photo next in third. 5 from the front, So Radiant races fourth. Creatine Doll trails the field. Across the backside for the first time, Country Diamond Girl, the leader. Hill on Heels, second. Proxy's Photo, third. So Radiant is fourth, and Creatine Doll continues to trail the field as they trot by the opening quarter in 30 4/5 around the turn. It's a 3-length lead for the leader, Country Diamond Lady. Second, Hill on Heels. Third, Proxy's Photo. Fourth is So Radiant, and continue the trail of the field. Creatine Doll as they pass the stand for the first time and come to the half. Country Diamond Lady, the leader by 3. Second into the turn, Hill on Heels racing third. Proxy's Photo, fourth, So Radiant. No movement as yet to go after the leader. Creatine Doll is the trader. They're under the line for the first time, and Country Diamond Lady's got every call. The lead is down to 2. They're off a half in 103 to the 5/8. They trot with the lead. Country Diamond Lady on the outside. Proxy's Photo now third and moving up. Hill on Heels third. Racing for So Radiant across the backside. Trailing the field, Creatine Doll front to back. They're separated by 6 into the far turn. Country Diamond Girl, the lead is only a half a length. Proxy's Photo's coming at her on the outside. Hill on Heels third, So Radiant fourth. Creatine Doll fifth, 131 2. Midway round the turn, still there. Country Diamond Lady on the outside. Proxy's Photo is second, third is Hill on Heels. So Radiant is fourth, and Creatine Doll is fifth. They're off the turn, they're on their way home. Country Diamond Lady, the leader. Proxy's Photo diving to the inside. Hill on Heels coming after the leader and coming to the line. Country Diamond Lady needs the line and will get there in time. Country Diamond Lady will be a photo for place between Hill on Heels and Proxy's Photo. The mile 2:02 4/5.
2:02 4/5 for our winner, Country Diamond Lady.
Melvin Schmucker with the perfect wire-to-wire trip out of the 5-hole. Just jumped right out to the front. Caught a little bit of a break. I thought Creatine Doll was going to be tough in that race. She went off at 2-1, but
she's been a little all over the place this year.
Yep, and second week in a row she broke, and that kind of opened things up for Melvin to be able to get to the now those are not all Schmuckers. Oh, this is This is a memorial.
Yes, this is in memory of Ralph and Marge Beckstedt. So I'm going to assume. I think Ralph was very influential. Oh, maybe if we take a listen, Doug will announce because he would know in this area. But I believe Ralph passed away in 2024. So this is still a lot of family around the area.
Great grandkids, if I had to guess.
Country Diamond Lady, though, that's going to be 5 wins this year and 13 tries, was coming off of a goldenrod start at Lexington. Now, is that their mid-tier?
No, goldenrod is their, I think that's the opening tier.
Because they have four tiers, right?
Yeah, the championship was added this year, goldenrod. You know, I'm not sure
it
whether
goes
or
for,
not.
It was going for $15,000.
Oh, then it probably is the second tier because there is one that's $10,000 for most of them. Yeah. Which is probably really more where this one belongs.
Looks like possibly. I only have so many lines to see, but at the fairs, I mean, this filly is kind of tearing them up. She likes to go wire to wire. If you could put her on the front, she will last. That's how she won both at Eaton and Sydney.
Yep.
Melvin Schmucker, we've got a Okeechobee, Florida address.
So
I'm not
Okeechobee,
sure if he goes down there in the winter. I don't know where he trains.
Okeechobee, for those that aren't aware, is a huge equine community in Florida.
3 Diamond Lady. She's a 3-year-old bay filly, but What the Hill out of the ABC Garlemere Diamond Dagger. Melvin Schmucker, Okeechobee, Florida, owns, trains, and drives the winner of the mile 202 4/5, blanket in this race. In memory of Ralph and Marge Beckstedt, family members trackside in the winner's circle, making the presentation of the blanket. Official number 1, Creatine Doll 5, 2, Hill on Heels 2, the 3 Proxies Photo 3, 4 So Radiant 4, 5 Country Diamond Lady, the winner of the mile 202 4/5, 30 4/5, a minute 3/5, 131 2, 5 2 3 4 1 on the bottom. 4th race coming up next. Field of 6, no changes in the 4th.
Country Diamond Lady with the wire-to-wire win in 202 4.
Again, not a terrible payout. Look at that. $127 for the try.
Another nice triple.
And I think the exacta was, what did it just say, 50? We'll see if it
could have been good. The 2-horse was long. The Quinella paid, $51. Not bad. They're giving away the money here at the Mercer County Fair.
We're going to turn the page, looking for a field of 6 coming up for a division of the freshman filly Pacers, $5,292. We don't have any changes because I don't think Doug had the audio to give us any changes before the races got started here today. So we'll pay attention to the post parade coming up. But let's take a quick moment away to thank our sponsors.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. It all begins with a dream. In Ohio's lush pastures, a foal is born with the heart of a champion. Through dedication, care, and generations of world-class breeding, that spark grows into raw power. Today, Ohio's Standardbred industry offers nearly $24 million in purses for Ohio breds, drawing the best and rewarding the brightest. Breed, buy, race, and win in Ohio.
Two-year-old filly Pacers coming up in the 4th race this afternoon. It's a beautiful day. A little stuffy and humid in the grandstand where we are. Not much of a breeze, but
much better than what I drove through quite a bit of rain getting over
on the
here.
way up here.
Yeah, and I got a text. I think Lima is getting a ton of rain right now, and Tip City was as well. So I'm glad that we've missed it here
Yeah.
in Celina.
Yeah, I think we're in good shape.
It is really, I mean, no dark cloud in the sky, but we're sitting on a lot of wood right now.
Yeah.
So we better knock on it.
Absolutely.
Oh man, it's been quite an awful week actually.
I talked
Around the
to
state of Ohio.
Tom Baker, who lives outside of Greenville. He
Okay.
is the head of the Darke County Harness Horsemen's Association now. He said at his house he's had 9.2 inches in 1 week. That is crazy to think about. That is so much rain.
It's almost a foot of rain. God.
I even wonder how are their crops in that area?
He said he's got like 170 some acres of corn,
Yeah.
and it's just completely underwater right now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oh. I have to say, it's been devastating.
I think I have footage from Urbana. Should I show it now?
Yeah.
All right.
We've got a little bit of time.
Yeah. Let's see if we can fit this in here.
I'm going to pull it up on my phone to watch.
All right. Yeah, you guys are going to be like 15 seconds behind. I can kind of let people know what it is we're looking at here. Well, maybe we won't. Okay, maybe not.
It just went, it's
Yeah,
black
it's nothing.
for me, though.
I don't know why it's not, I don't know why that's not working. Sorry.
Was it a storm video?
Yeah, I think so.
I love
Wasn't it
those.
Yeah. Where in the world? Oh, I know why. I moved it.
Urbana got hit again last night. The Moose Lodge. We've talked about the Moose Lodge a little bit because I was bartending there for like almost 5 years. We got a picture. My husband still bartends there. I don't know if I've ever told you that, Michael.
No.
He bartends now as well, and he got a message in the group chat, and the Moose got hit last night.
Oh, man.
And that's I guess technically the opposite side of town of Urbana, but Urbana's not that big, so it was still very close to us. I was actually at the fairgrounds when the weather moved back in and had to take shelter in the grandstand once again. It's been a terrible week.
Hard to escape.
Oh my gosh, and the Horsemen were dealing with it here because they can't pull their trucks and trailers and park their trucks and trailers on the grass here. They actually had to go find a
remote
pavement,
lot.
pavement.
Yeah, they got golf cart rides back over from where they had to park their trailers.
What do you think, Matt?
I don't know why it's not working.
Well, give us the cue if you would like it to play, and we're talking.
Work on this here for a minute.
And then I think it's possible that we're going to get storms later this evening. We're ready for it to end. Ready for it to end.
Wouldn't that be nice? To just have like summer, without all that.
Usually there's always a few cards every single year, race cards, that do get washed out. But usually I feel like it's early, right?
I think this is by far the worst
Latest.
since I've been working here.
And it's...
Here we go. All right, this is the view from my hotel room as the storm was coming through. I don't know how it was over 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh,
I know
my
that.
God,
yeah,
look at
Jay
that.
told me you need to get in the bathroom, like get away from the window.
Dude, that's debris.
So that is from the fairgrounds. Ashley sent that to Jay Wolf and I. I mean, that was just insane. This is behind the hotel. It's about 20 feet from my hotel room. These are big branches. This debris was literally everywhere in town, every street, every sidewalk.
Is that the track?
No, that's at the hotel of the parking lot I was at. But, I mean, it just everything was just covered in leaves and sticks.
Look at all those trees
That's
down.
how big the trees were. I mean, just massive. And it all happened within 30 seconds. It was just that
immediate.
That guy tried to come out and help clean up one leaf at a time. So here's some cars at the fairgrounds. That guy lost his entire back window to a tree. That one definitely had a big chunk of wood come down on it. Anyone that had a pop-up tent, I mean, they were just destroyed. There were dumpsters just full of the pop-up tents. Yeah, it was wild.
Oh, that car got trashed.
That was on top of one of the horse barns there. So, yeah, it was wild. That's why they were forced to cancel at Urbana. I mean, I like going there because there's a lot of cool stuff in Urbana. Levan's place is like 10, 15 minutes away, and I didn't get to do any of that. Like, everything was without power and just miserable down there.
$76. This division for $5,292. Sponsored by Loy Auction and Realty. Gary Loy, your auctioneer. Field of 6. These are the horses. Number 1 is Rose Run Cadence, the driver Austin Anders. Number 2 is Crosswind Cupid, Jason Beatty drives. 3 Bit of Honey, driven by Jeff Nice Songer. 4 is Miss Smarty Pants, the driver's changed to Hank Levan. Number 5, Something to Miss, Luke Ebersol drives. And number 6 is Dragon's Inferno, Ronnie Gillespie in the sulky. Horse to take 1, score, and go to the gate.
Okay. So just 1 driver change that we'll get to.
3. Hank Levan on the 4.
Okay.
And the 6 is Ronnie Gillespie.
So like I said, just 3 driver changes to get to here.
Let's go ahead and take a look at this field of 6. Freshman Philly Pacers, $5,292 on the rail. Todd Luther and Austin Hanners. Rose Run Cadence is the lather up Philly after Western Ideal Mare. 6 lifetime starts with 2 wins and 2 second place finishes. Over $12,000 made. Last time out, she was in the BSS at Urbana. The one night we did get to race, she sat in the pocket and did finish second and won 58-1. Final quarter there, 28-2.
The 2 is Crosswind Cupid, Jason Beatty for David Elliott, a bit of a legend and filly from the Stand Forever Mare Crosswind Colleen. Crosswind Standardbred out of Waynesville. The owners, this is 4 starts this year. 1 third place finish, earnings of just about $1,500. Had a break last time out at Xenia, was injured and scratched at a Washington courthouse. Last time in it flat around the track was at Lebanon on July 20th. 202-1 last quarter, 30-3.
Our 3 horse, Jeff Niceonger for Mark Winters. This is a bit of a legend filly. 5 lifetime starts with 2 wins and 1 third place finish. That third place came last go out at Xenia, but the start before that was wire to wire at Washington Courthouse in 2 minutes flat. Final quarter, she can come home a little bit when she wants to, especially on a fair track. She's been coming home on those half miles around 29 and a piece. She's got $5,600 made, and she's a homebred for the JR Stables of Orient, Ohio.
The 4 is Miss Smarty Pants. Hank Levan drives for Steve Bowder, a summa cum laude filly from the Art Escape Mare Town Temptress. 4 starts this year, all at Scioto Downs or the BSS at Urbana, racing for big money and some really, really tough post positions for a career to get started with 7, 7, 9, and 8, and to still manage to get a couple of 5th place checks and earn $1,200. I think the fairgrounds and the competition level in this one is probably better suited here.
The 5, Something to Miss. Luke Ebersol on the bike now for Mike Albright. This is a summa cum laude filly. Still looking to break the maiden in 5 tries this year, but she has hit the board a total of 3 of the 5. $4,200 made last go out. She started in the 2nd tier at Chillicothe, but that did not bother her. She did finish 3rd, back by a handful of lengths, but still paced her mile in 2:01.4.
And the 6 is Dragon's Inferno. Randy Smith trains. Jessica owns. Catch the Fire filly from the Dragon Again mare. UF Dragons Hanover. 7 starts this year. 2 seconds and 2 third place finishes. Last time out was a break at Xenia and a 4th place finish. And before that, Eaton and Sydney, a couple of solid 2nd places.
So there we go. A full gate of 6 here for the 2-year-old Philly Pacers, $5,292. Moving into position. Finally a beautiful day, at least in our area. I'm not sure how Zanesville, is it Zanesville that's on right now? We said?
Yeah, yeah.
Not sure how they're looking today, but I have no complaints here in Mercer County.
So far, so good.
Let's go up to Doug Ballinger, call the 4th.
They're off and pacing. Rose Run Cadence goes right out to the front. On the outside, Bit of Honey will take a tuck third. Into the turn, Crosswind Cupid coming out in fourth. Miss Smarty Pants, Dragon's Inferno fifth, and jumping it off. Something to Miss is all stride. Across the backside, going to the opening quarter. Rose Run Cadence leads away by 3. Bit of Honey second. The outside, Dragon's Inferno third. Crosswind Cupid racing fourth. Miss Smarty Pants is fifth, and treading the field. Something to Miss at the opening quarter. Rose Run Cadence has the lead, but Austin enters right there second is Bit of Honey. Dragon's Inferno third. Fourth into the turn, Crosswing Cupid, opening quarter, 30 and 2. Fifth, racing second to last. Miss Smarty Pants in sixth and last. Something to Miss. Straight alignment, coming on over to the half, still there. Rose Run Cadence leads the way. Bit of Honey is second. Dragon's Inferno is third. Miss Smarty Pants is fourth. Crosswinds Cupid and Something to Miss continues to trail the field. They reach the half with Rose Run Cadence leading away. Nose to helmet. Bit of Honey is second. Moving to the outside. Now third. Crosswind Cupid off a half and 102 and 2 fifths. Moving to the outside. Miss Smarty Pants to her inside. Dragon's Inferno and continue to trail the field. Something to Miss. 3/8 of a mile to pace. Rose Run Cadence has had it her way so far on the leader's wheel. Crosswind Cupid. Bit of Honey is third. The outside, Miss Smarty Pants striding forward fourth. Dragon's Inferno is fifth, and Something to Miss continues to trail the field as they move into the far turn. Rose Run Cadence by a length. On the outside is Crosswind Cupid, 133 and 2. Buried to the inside. Bit of Honey will need some daylight. Up the inside, Dragon's Inferno. Miss Smarty Pants to the outside, fifth. They're off the turn. They're on their way home, and they're coming after the leader. Rose Run Cadence are inside the final 16th. Bit of Honey coming after that leader. Bit of Honey for Jeff Nicesonger. On the outside, Dragon's Inferno second. Rose Run Cadence home third. The mile 2:02, 2 fifths.
Yowza. Last
Easy,
quarter, 29-second last quarter for the explosive Bit of Honey. Really just kaboom. It was no doubt once she got out.
She's won now half of her 6 lifetime starts. Here comes our final finisher. Luke Eversall, our 5-horse, made a nasty break coming out of the gate there. But we were just, everybody got across the finish line, though.
Yeah.
Technically. So you always love that. You don't want to DNF when there's 5 horses because you at least get a check. But unfortunately, that was our 6th horse, so we won't get a check for that one.
Ah. Right. That sucks.
Bit of Honey, though, that was a nice mile. Austin Hanners kind of set up, I think, to sprint home, and Rose Run Cadence could not do it.
No.
But Jeff Nicesonger was there on her back the entire time. And our 6th horse, Ronnie Gillespie, he had some traffic coming out of the first turn because of the breaker and everything else. And that filly also raced big.
At
she
50
raced.
to 1.
Is that really what she went off
Yeah,
at?
she
Wow.
sure did.
He was 99 to 1.
Yeah, I saw that
saw
too.
it, I thought, man, that's worth 2 across right there.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
Fran Anna, third win in 6 tries. JR Stable, Orion, Ohio. Mark Winters trains. Jeff Nicesonger in the sulky. The mile 2:02, 2 fifths. Like it by Loy, Auction and Realty, Gary Loy. Trackside with the presentation. Announcer official, number 1, Rose Run Cadence, 3, 2 Crosswind Cupid, 5, 3 Bit of Honey, the winner, 4 Miss Smarty Pants, 4, 5 Something to Miss, 6, the 6 Dragon's Inferno, 2, the winning time, 2:02, 2 fifths, 30 and 2 fifths, 102 and 2, 133 and 2, top down, 3-5-1, 4-6-2 on the bottom. 5th race coming up next. It's up at about 12 minutes. Field of 5. Any changes, Paul?
No, it's all good.
Oakland exacta trifecta on the 5th race.
Nicesonger for Mark Winters, a bit of a legend filly from the expensive scooter mare. last quarter, 29 seconds last half and a minute flat. That's pretty impressive. Fifth race coming up next, a 2-year-old filly trot. $7,708. There's 5 of them. And they all look like they're off to a pretty good start so far for the season. We'll introduce you to the ladies when we come back after messages from our sponsors.
The Ohio Harness Racing Passport is back. Sponsored by Webkenberg Starting Gates, the Passport takes you across Ohio's county fair circuit and now includes marquee events like Ohio Super Night. It's free and open to fans of all ages. Get your Passport from the OHHA broadcast team and collect your stamps. Earn prizes all season long with more ways to win. Compete for the grand prize. Experience Ohio through harness racing.
Oh, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. So
I'm probably hanging out. You're on.
Oh, wonderful! Thanks, thanks, Matt.
Trying to get you a record deal. I want
Country road.
Yeah, really, for finding his talent.
Yep.
Right? We do have Matt Richardson, who is usually up north at some of the OFRC fairs. He's joining us today. I think this has got to be his only OCRA fair that he does. That's the circuit that we're on today, the Ohio Colt Racing Association.
Country road.
But he entertains us about an hour before post time and then in between every single race. So I think Paulding, I don't know, North Napoleon, he's usually at. There's a lot of fairs that he does. And who funds that is Joe and Fran Darmafall, yeah?
It is, yeah. They actually had a sign up, but it fell down.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, over there by the blankets.
Oh, is that what's on the ground?
Yeah.
It's awful windy. We're pretty covered here in the grandstand, but as you can hear when the announcer audio comes on, there is a lot of wind that's hitting the announcer booth.
Yeah, why aren't we getting any of that?
I know it's a little stuffy in here,
right?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all right. We could be worse. We've been in worse.
We have.
We've been in way worse.
Yeah, we have. Yes, we have.
And as I was just saying, we're having beautiful weather here. I mentioned that, I think, maybe before our post-parade last go. And I said, I hope Zanesville's all right. And you looked at the radar,
They're
and it's
getting
not
hammered.
looking great over there.
They are getting hammered over there. Yep. Not a nice afternoon in Zanesville.
Did you get to do any walking around, or did you come straight to the grandstand here before the races?
I came pretty much straight to the grandstand. I walked around the fairgrounds a little bit, close to the grandstand, but I was confused as to where the horses were, and now that I have seen where they've been coming out down there, I realize now that that's where most of them must be chilling.
We do have full-time trainers here. There's a handful of people on the grounds. The barn that's going into the first turn, though, that's private. That is not.
Really?
Yes. That is not a racehorse barn.
Wow.
That's, Our racehorse barns, you can kind of see there's a handful back there. There's actually, was it 1, 2, maybe 4 racehorse, 5 race? Maybe it's more than that.
Well, it's a really nice racetrack.
Yeah,
I mean, the surface is good. I didn't realize that there were people here all the time.
Rusty Voorhees is our speed super here as well, and I'm always impressed by Celina. You talk about a program that cares a lot about the President's Harness racing, and it is here in Mercer County. Actually, I came the opposite direction, I think, of where you parked, so I had to come through most of the fairgrounds, and right outside the grandstand here, did you see they have custom printed banners that's like, what is harness racing? This is what we.
I absolutely
did you see
saw that
yes,
and thought
great
it was
idea.
really great.
Great idea, and it's very general facts about harness racing,
just
but
4
it
or
helps
5
people
quick
come in.
pointers to
Yes.
let you know like a little bit about the game.
And that kind of little stuff matters. I think that's such a great idea. I don't know who came up with that,
Sure
but we
it
need to
is.
give them props. That there's a big banner of their general schedule for the grandstand as well. But it was so nice
no,
to
I
have.
thought that was really cool. Position right outside the grandstand, so if somebody's walking by, they can see it and then walk in and watch the action, know a little bit more about the game.
And also, I went back to the barns when I got here. They do a cookout for Horsemen. I'm not sure if that is sponsored, if that's something from the fairgrounds or, the local Horsemen here even put that together themselves. I'm not sure. But they do a nice spread back there every year for the Horsemen. And there's more banners back there that's more general facts about horses and specifically harness racing. It's a cool dig. They put a lot of effort into the program here, and they keep their grounds very nice.
And the community is obviously a fan of it because there are at least a few hundred people in the grandstand here.
I mean, it is. This is a long fairgrounds. I know that a few people have commented on the broadcast. This is a good crowd, but you guys can't even see all of them.
Yeah. Oh, there's a great crowd. Great crowd, and finally a nice day after the last 4 or 5.
This is day 1 of 2 here at Celina. I'm not here tomorrow. You're not here tomorrow.
No.
I don't know who's here tomorrow, but I think they have another, 6 o'clock. We're not in the middle of the day post time tomorrow. It's going to be a 6 p.m. post tomorrow. And I think that's because tonight we went in the middle of the day because they have the rodeo coming in town this evening. So they're going to put a bunch more material onto the track here and host the rodeo tonight. And we'll come back with the harness racing is the main feature event tomorrow.
Just showing Susan and Matt and Doug tomorrow.
All right.
And Doug?
And Doug.
Doesn't Doug announce? Is
Yeah.
Doug not
Doug
announcing?
Doug announcing.
Yeah, Doug
announcing.
Is Susan going to do it by herself?
I think. I don't know.
WX3 Properties, Coldwater Mall, Blanket, Field of 5. You have Win Place Show, Quinell Exacta, and a trifecta on the 5th. These are the horses. Number 1 is Miss Chattanooga, the driver Austin Anders. Number 2, Angel L, driven by Hank Levan. The 3 is Trotting on Cash, Casey Kelly drives. 4 is Queen Myra with Laverne Hotstetler. And number 5, KFC, Jason Miller in the sulky. Horse to take 1, score and go to the gate. Win place.
2-year-old filly trotters with a purse of $7,708 from the rail out. Number 1 is Miss Chattanooga. Austin Hanners drives for the Luther team. 7 starts this year, a win, 3 seconds and 2/3. This is a long Tom filly from Muscle Massive mare Missive. Last time out at Xenia was cutting the mile and broke at the 3/4 pole, ended up finishing 2nd. And before that, a 3rd at Eaton and a 2nd at Sydney.
The 2-horse Angel L, Hank Levan trains and drives his creatine filly out of a Yankee Glide mare. Last go out was at Athens, went wire to wire there, won by a neck in 2:05 and 3. 8 lifetime starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, and 3 third-place finishes. Made over $14,000, was originally just a $12,000 purchase from the Lexington Selected Sale.
Number 3, Trotting on Cash, Casey Kelly for Roy Burns and Uncle Peter filly from the Don't You Forget It mare Crystal Clear Cash. Roy Burns, Casey share the ownership. 4 starts this year, 1 second, 1 third place finish, earnings of $2,500. Had a break last couple of times out to finish 5th. Stayed flat at Lebanon back on the 20th, 2:05 and 3, and before that at Wilmington in 2:05 and 1.
The 4, Laverne Hostetler trains, drives, and co-owns Queen Mira. This is a long Tom filly out of a Master de Levesque mare, Queen of Levesque. 6 lifetime starts with 1 win, and that came 3 back at Sydney. She was a winner there by a couple of lengths in 2:06 and 2. She's also had 2 second-place finishes in those 6 tries. Over $10,000 made. Looks like she actually has a mark and set in a qualifier earlier this year at Hoosier Park in 1:59 and 3. This is a filly that's also stepped up into the BSS and hasn't done half bad. Her last start was in the BSS at Northfield, where she finished 5th, but she also had a second-place finish in the second leg of the BSS.
And number 5, KFC. Jason Miller trains, drives, and owns. This is an on top of the hill filly from the self-impressed mare Cindy's Express. It's a $5,000 purchase. Buckeye Classic sale was raced 2 times. And 1 4th-place finish and then a break last time out at Lebanon. And those are your 5 2-year-old filly trotters for this afternoon's 5th race. Horses are lining up in the backstretch behind the starting gate. They'll work their way around here to the start in just a minute or two. Thought I felt a breeze. $13 races on the card today. A couple of signature series coming up. And more 2- and 3-year-old races as well. Horses are behind the starting gate, headed towards the top of the stretch. Let's go to hometown boy Doug Ballinger for the call of this afternoon's 5th.
Here they come. They're off then trotting. Miss Chattanooga sent right to the front. To her outside, Angel L comes out in second. Zibri center the turn. Trotting on Cash is third. Off stride is Angel L. Queen Myra on the outside, trailing the field. KFC is ahead up the backside. Miss Chattanooga, Austin Henners lead the way. Trotting on Cash right there, second. Trotting third, Queen Myra. Racing fourth, KFC, and after the miscue, Angel L trails the field across the backside, going to the opening quarter. Miss Chattanooga the leader, second. Trotting on Cash, trotting third, Queen Myra. Racing fourth, KFC, and trailing the field. After the break in the opening turn is Angel L, 31 2/5 for the opening quarter. Off stride goes Queen Myra as they race around the turn. Miss Chattanooga leads it by a length. Trotting on Cash right there, second. KFC third. Moving through now fourth is Angel L, and trailing the field Queen Myra as they pass the stand for the first time and come on over to the halfway point. Showing away at the half. Miss Chattanooga by 2. Trotting on Cash second. Third on the outside, Queen Myra. Fourth is KFC, and Angel L trails the field. They're into the turn off a half in 103 3/5 to the 5/8 they trot. With the lead, Miss Chattanooga on the outside. Queen Myra's coming after that leader with every stride. Trotting on Cash is third. Angel L the outside fourth. KFC trails the field and off stride. Queen Myra once again all alone on the front end. Miss Chattanooga leads it by 5. Trotting on Cash up the inside. Angel L the outside. Queen Myra now fourth, and trailing the field is KFC as they move into the far turn. Miss Chattanooga still there by 2. Trotting on Cash second, 134 3 around the turn. Angel L will move to the outside third. Queen Myra's off stride fourth. KFC is fifth. They're off the turn. They're on their way home, and they're closing in on the leader, Miss Chattanooga, on the outside. Trotting on Cash is coming after that leader. Through the lane, Miss Chattanooga's almost there. Trotting on Cash with every stride on the outside. It's Trotting on Cash, Miss Chattanooga, and Angel L. The mile 2:05 3/5.
Sweet.
2:05 3/5. Casey Kelly for Dad.
Casey
Roy Burns.
Kelly.
Trotting on Cash. Great job, Casey. That's going to be her first driving win of the year, and this is going to break that filly's maiden as well.
She had a perfect 2-hole trip, just sat nice and calm all the way around the track twice. And they turned for home, and she had more than Miss Chattanooga could handle.
Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations to Casey. This filly did have some nasty breaks her last go out at Marysville and finished 5th at distance. But some time before that, she really was coming along well.
Yeah.
The Roy Burns doesn't have very many horses at all, so it's always nice when you see some of those smaller guys make their way to the winner's circle.
Absolutely. 3 places in the first 5 lifetime starts for this one.
Talk about getting some gas money for the ride home.
Yeah, right?
50 to 1.
Yeah.
$100 horse.
Oh, I was thinking they were going for 7,700.
Well, that too, but yeah, man.
50 to 1.
Man.
Wow.
Casey is full-time. She's an assistant professor at Wilmington College. We went to college together, Casey and I did.
Oh, wow.
She's in their ag department, so that's what she does full-time. Looks like, well, yeah, say there's Dad walking as well as her husband. And she's got two little kids, too.
Very cool. Her first driving win
of
the season.
One of the 5-year-old filly trot. Ohio Colt Racing Association, number 3, trotting on cash. The 2-year-old bay filly by Uncle Peter out of the, don't you forget it, mare. Crystal Clear Cash. Roy Burns, Milford Center. Casey Burns, Milford Center, Ohio owns. Roy Burns trains Casey Kelly in the sulky. The mile 205, 3/5. First career win for trotting on cash. This race sponsored by WX3 Properties of the Coldwater Mall.
Look at her.
Acts like she's done it 100 times.
Right? That was awesome.
Official number 1, Miss Chattanooga 2, the 2 Angel L3. 3 trotting on cash. The winner 4, Queen Myra 4, 5, KFC 5. 205, 3/5, 31 and 2 for the quarter. The half 103 and 3/3, 134 and 3. 2, 3, 1, 4, 5 on the bottom. 6th race coming up next, field of 6. No changes in the 6th.
We've seen all kinds of prices here today. They're playing.
Man, if somebody had the exacta with her on top, it would have been a whole field. Get that. It paid all one. It paid all to win with the horse that came in second. Wow.
Race 5 official. Turning the page. Race 6 coming up. Another division of sophomore filly pacers. $5,074. A field of 6. We're going to have a full gate coming up. Join us in just a moment.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Use code FAIR26 and receive $10 off your next order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion In Range set new sales records at the 2025 Jug Sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm. Consignment.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2026 sales. The total bonus will be 1/2 the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
Welcome back. Headed into race 6 of 13, so we're getting close to halfway through. We have a special guest I've been trying to get on air for I don't know how many I've been trying to get you on. It sounds like other people have been trying to get you on for a while, but you do have a horse in late today.
Yes, I just told Ashley I've got my 3-year-old in the 13th race today, so she could have me for the rest of the afternoon, which she might not want that.
You introduce yourselves, and I guess your position in our sport.
I'm Randy Haynes, owner and co-owner with my wife Kim of Cool Winds Farm. Of course, I'm also the vice president of the OHHA, and happy to be here today. I actually texted Rusty Voorhees yesterday about how much more water his track could hold, and he said tons. He said we got stone put on it in June, and the track's in great shape, and it really is.
It looks
it's
so
kind of
good
amazing.
today. It
Unbelievable.
So. But you've got a few racing. We've already kind of established that you got one in later, so you do still own a few horses.
Yeah, we breed mostly, and of course, occasionally I'll keep one here and there. Like I said, the 2-year-old we own with a couple guys. I own the 3-year-old today with Harold Lee Bowder, my good owner and partner for many, many years. Actually, Harold Lee's probably one of the reasons we're still in this business, because back 10 years ago when things were getting a little bit tough here in Ohio, he kind of talked Kim and I into sticking it out and see if we could make this work. So Harold Lee's been a great friend, a great owner, and a great partner.
How many mares do you have in your farm?
We've got about 30, 35 right now. It's a farm that probably should hold 20 or 25, but like everybody else, we've always got a few more than we really need or have. But 30 or 35. I just brought the yearlings in, like we talked about at Walpock with Jay. I brought the yearlings. I have 26 yearlings I'm prepping. Well, actually, I have 26 yearlings I brought in. About half of my yearlings these days, my owners just raised to race. Mm-hmm. So, half of them I'll prep for the sales. Of course, I've got other folks that have raised them, and they'll bring them over for me to prep. That's always kind of nice. The yearlings that I don't have to sell, the nice thing about that is nobody's ever complaining what they brought at the sale. So
that's a good.
Those guys are happy. I just dropped off 4 for Jerry Migel, one of my good owners, on yesterday or on Friday at the Colt Breakers, and of course, they look great. They got on the trailer, they got off well, and I'm always pretty proud when I take my kids away from home if they behave themselves and act like they got a brain. I'm very excited. So.
It sounds like Doug wants to go to the post parades. We're going to pause for just a moment, but if I know Doug, they're all the way in the corner there, so it might.
Doug will get him over here in a minute.
We'll see if he's going to go in. Sometimes Doug will take a long pause. We can keep talking.
Sure. But yeah, what a great job they've done on the track here at Celina, and hats off to the Celina Horsemen and the folks that have done it. They do have a great Horsemen's Association here.
They do. We've talked about that a lot today.
Absolutely. It's absolutely amazing. So hats off to them.
This is 6th race, the 1 KB Wrecking Ball. Ronnie Gillespie drives. Number 2, Barefoot on the Beach. Drivers change. Austin Hanners the 2. Number 3, Dame of Fire, driven by Doc Holliday. 4, Abby's Firecracker with driver Roy Wilson. 5 is Vintage Waffles SBGR, Mickey Holliday to drive. And 6 is Deborah L. Hank Levan in her sulky. Win place show, Quinella exacta trifecta. 4 minutes to post, just 4 minutes. Once again, a big.
So we're going to go ahead and introduce this field of 6 pretty quick here, as we've got Randy Haynes on the mic with us, probably for a little while. We got quite a bit we want to cover with Randy. But this field of 6 in race 6, going for $5,074. This is sophomore Philly Pacers. On the rail, KB Wrecking Ball, Deb Schwartz trains. Ronnie Gillespie in the bike. This is a Fool Me Once filly out of She's a Ball, a presidential ball mare. 12 lifetime starts all this year. Took her 2-year-old season off. Coming back strong now as a sophomore. 7 wins, 2 seconds, and 1 third-place finish. Guess how much money this filly has made?
$139,000.
$139,000.
Says it in my book.
Yeah, she's been
impressive.
Pretty wicked on the Ohio Sire Stakes circuit. She's dropping down to a fair, probably maybe just to stay tight in between. Our schedules are kind of long this year, and they must trust this line of track to get her around. Would you like to introduce the 2, or you want me to go all through it?
Barefoot on the Beach, Randy Smith trains. I think they had a driver's change.
Austin Hanners.
Austin Hanners is driving Barefoot on the Beach. A 3-year-old Catch the Fire filly. 14 starts, 1 win, 4 seconds, a third, made $9,200. Got a record of 2-2 at Circleville.
Maybe you should do this more, Randy. Our 3-horse Doc Holiday trains and drives. This is a Catch the Fire filly, Dame of Fire. 11 seasonal starts with 3 wins, 4 seconds, and 2 thirds. She was very lightly started as a 2-year-old, and that seems to be the right choice. She's made almost $12,000 coming off a wire-to-wire win at Xenia in 2 minutes and 1/5.
The 4 horses, another Catch the Fire, Abby's Firecracker. Tommy Jones trains for Roy Wilson's going to be the driver. 11 starts, no wins, a second and no thirds. Made almost $5,000 this year. Looks like we had a little bobble last week at Chillicothe, but Xenia 2 back was second in 2, 1, and 4.
Mickey Holiday on the 5 for Kenny Hurst. Vintage Waffles SBGR. This is a Western Vintage filly out of a Camp Luck mare. 5 lifetime starts, all coming this year as a 3-year-old. Still looking to break the maiden, but did have a second place finish some time back. One of our early fairs on June 23rd at Ottawa. She was second there just by a little over a length in 2:01. We do have a mile at Scioto and the non-winners of 1, fillies and mares. She was out of the money, but still paced in 55 flat.
Deborah L's a 6. Hank Levan trains and drives for the Levan Stables. 18 starts, 2 wins, a second, 3 thirds. Made just shy of 11,000, but does have a record of 2 minutes at Paulding. Our first fair of the season. So looks like a pretty competitive field of 3-year-old pacing fillies.
It definitely can be. Have you been here since the start of the races today?
I've seen a few. Yeah, it looks like they're going around the track.
Paying attention to the tote board?
I have not.
We have been paying huge prices all day.
Well, then
the last one just paid $113 to win. Most of the tries have been over $100 a piece. So people are playing and enjoying themselves today here in Mercer County.
Well, get over here to Celina, folks. Bet much, bet long, bet a lot.
Randy Haynes on the mic with me. We're going to join back here after this race to talk a little bit more about his breeding operation, sales, the Breeders' Crown that's coming up, and lots of other things. So make sure you stay tuned. But we're going to roll it on up to Doug Ballinger, the call of the 6 sophomore filly pacers from the rail out. KB Wrecking Ball, Barefoot on the Beach, Dame of Fire, Abby's Firecracker, Vintage Waffles, SBGR, and Deborah L. Let's go on up.
Here they come. And they're off. Dame of Fire out for the lead. KB Wrecking Ball to the inside. Coming out in third as they move into the turn is Abby's Firecracker. The outside, Vintage Waffles SBGR is fourth. Barefoot on the Beach fifth, and trailing the field as they race down the backside. Deborah L. going to the opening quarter, jumping it off. Vintage Waffles SBGR is on the gallop off stride across the backside. KB Wrecking Ball, Ronnie Gillespie lead the way. Dame of Fire second. Abby's Firecracker third. 3 back to Barefoot on the Beach. Another link to Deborah Allen trailing the field after the miscue. Vintage Waffles SBGR as they race around the turn. Opening quarter, 30 3/5. KB Wrecking Ball, the leader by a length. Dame of Fire second. Third, Abby's Firecracker. Fourth is Barefoot on the Beach. Racing fifth is Deborah Allen trailing the field. Vintage Waffles SBGR as they pass the stand for the first time. Coming on over to the halfway point. On top at the half, the leader, Ronnie Gillespie. KB Wrecking Ball, the 2-hole trip to Dame of Fire. No movement as yet to go after that leader. Abby's Firecracker is third. Deborah L. the outside fourth. The quarter in 30 3/5 off a half in 101 2/5. Locked in Barefoot on the Beach is second to last, and sixth and last is Vintage Waffles SBGR. They're 3/8 out and they're all chasing KB Wrecking Ball. Dame of Fire right there and ready to come to the outside. Racing up on the outside, Deborah L. third. Up the inside, Abby's Firecracker moving to the outside. Set to come 3 wide. Barefoot on the Beach now fifth, now fourth on the outside. Vintage Waffles SBGR trails the field, 132-1 around the far turn, little better than an eighth of a mile. KB Wrecking Ball's got every call. Dame of Fire on the outside. Abby's Firecracker and Barefoot on the Beach. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. KB Wrecking Ball with the lead on the outside. Dame of Fire. KB Wrecking Ball. Ronnie Gillespie. Home second, Dame of Fire. 2 minutes, 2/5.
I think that is our fastest mile of the day. No, I lied to you. There was another division that actually went 2 seconds faster this one. But 2 minutes and 2/5. That was a nice tightening mile for KB Wrecking Ball, as we said when we introduced her.
And the last quarter in 28-1.
Yeah, yeah. She's tight. She went off the favorite. I think should have went off the favorite. Ended up being 2-5. That might be the cheapest payout we will see all day.
and the 3-horse was coming at her, coming down the lane.
Yes.
It wasn't like it was a cakewalk.
No.
She had to work for it.
Doc Holliday is having a great season. Great season this year. I think he only has, I think somebody told me a handful of fairs ago, he's maybe just over 10 horses that Doc Holliday is training, and he's been tearing it up. His own trainees on the fair circuit, and just he's always been a good driver, right?
Absolutely. Sure. I've got 2 or 3 turnouts for him, for Greg Luther.
Do ya?
Super, super nice guy. Absolutely.
We're going to go 1, 3, 4, 2 is how I had them come across the wire. KB Wrecking Ball, unstarted as a 2-year-old, was the best choice. She's going to add another $2,500 to put her over $140,000 in seasonal earnings this year. 8 wins now and 13 goes. I think she was just trying to stay tight for the 5th and final leg of the Ohio Sire Stakes, which is going to be, I think I just had it open. I think it's next at Scioto.
August 28th, maybe?
I think Friday, 3-year-old Philly Pace. Yep, last leg is going to be held at Scioto for these girls on Friday, August 28th.
And just as a matter of fact, that happens to be charity night for the OHHA.
It does,
I know that because I will be there helping.
Philly Pace, the 1 KB Wrecking Ball. This race in memory of Jim J.K. Klosterman Stable. KB Wrecking Ball, home of Bradley, Delaney, Wilmington, Ohio. Deborah Swartz trains. Ronnie Gillespie drives the winner, 2 minutes, 2 fifths. Into the Celina Moose Lodge winner's circle. Starting gate sponsored by Celina Eagles Lodge.
Moment for our official. Ronnie Gillespie. I don't know if I expected to see Ronnie here today. Well, he's got a few drives.
He's got a few drives. I know he was at Urbana last week.
Wrecking Ball, the winner, 2 Barefoot on the Beach, 4. 3 Dame of Fire, 2. The 4 Abby's Firecracker, 3. 5 Vintage Waffles SBGR, 6. The 6 Deborah L, 5. The mile, 2 minutes, 2 fifths. 30 and 3 fifths. 101 and 2. 132 and 1. 142, 365 on the bottom. 7th race up next. Ronnie Gillespie to drive the 6. Seaside Masquerade. Ronnie Gillespie the 6. Seaside Masquerade.
Our try still paid $52. I just flipped. Toe board just flipped, but still paid $52. I'm telling you, I've been so impressed. We've seen a lot of decent prices the last handful of fairs we've been at. I've been able to race at, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a little tough this week, but even $280 for a win on a filly that should have been that much the favorite is says something. But yeah, the try 52.60, 134. 52.60. Good payout.
I think it's okay if we probably skip a commercial.
Yeah.
We'll back them up in a little bit, but we'll wait for the official, so I don't want to get going too much. Wait, did we just get the official? We did. Sorry. I don't even know what I'm doing. We've already had the official rundown, so we'll sit here and talk to Randy Haynes a little bit. Randy, I was told that Lima was getting hit by rain again this morning.
We have had a monsoon. It actually did not rain this morning. It rained overnight again, and it literally has rained since last Sunday afternoon. We would not have raced at Lima last Monday when we raced at Urbana. I was kind of shocked that we got the Buckeye Stallion in at Urbana on Monday. But it's literally, I don't know, I think we've gotten something like 9 or 10 inches of rain. Fortunately, we did get the stone. We got the material put down on our track a week ago. So this should be pounding it in. That's my hope. I haven't been on it. Of course, nobody trains there. I've stopped by and seen it a few times. I've got the gates locked up as tight as I can and told everybody on the fairgrounds, please, please, please stay off our racetrack. We are trying not to dig it up. We're trying to get the thing just as tight as we can. So one thing about it, guys, come to Lima. We race there next Monday, Tuesday. Come on over. It might not be the best track you've ever raced on, but I'll guarantee you it'll be the one hardest work. We have spent a lot of time and money on that track this season.
So are you the track guy?
Well, unofficially, I guess, between me, Dennis Fricky, and my other good friend, and I mentioned him last week at Walpock, and now I'm having a brain fart. But and the good news, we have a lot of equipment. We have the Delaware Hare. We have a We have we have a packer, so we are able to pack the track, the water and all that kind of thing. So we've done a lot of screening, a lot of packing, and we're trying to get the thing just as good a shape as we can. The best thing, if the rain would stop for just a minute and let me work on this thing a few days this week, we'd be great. Fortunately for Lima, we have the band show on Friday night, we have our concert on Saturday night, and we have the cheerleader competition on Sunday night. So we have no reason to have the tractors, the trucks, the big pulling things, and all that crap. There's no reason for any of that stuff to be in our infield. So we try to keep everything off the track, and we have that later on in the week. So come to Lima, enter, and we'll see what we got.
You say you don't have the best track, but you still have a pacing track record of 55 and a piece on this track. It was said some time ago, but
and I shouldn't say that. Nobody trains there, and we have motorcycle races there at the end of June. And
do you really?
Of course,
I don't know if I realized that.
So they dig our track up a little bit. It gets a little bit soft, and we have about 6 weeks in between the motorcycle races and our county fair racing. And we can't complain. We tell the horsemen, deal with your fair board, do what they, these fairgrounds and these fair boards are just trying to keep the lights on, the doors open.
Yeah.
And so we do it the best we can and with what we got. But we have the last 4 or 5 years I've kind of helped them. I was out of it for a little bit. I wasn't out of the business. I just didn't really pay a lot of attention to the track. And I don't know what happened. About 5 or 6 years ago, I went up the night before, and I'm like, guys, this will not work. We had stone that was 6 inches deep in one spot and no stone in another spot. And this year we spreaded it. We spread it. Resource Recycling, a great partner with the Allen County Fair, came in and they used their big spreader. There's actually a video on Facebook. If anybody pulled it, I shared it.
That's awesome.
So they do help us a lot.
That's great.
So really does help. But anyway, what I'm here, the couple things I want to talk about, and one and foremost, of course, it's yearling season, and so we want to talk about the Ohio program, the Ohio sales. Friday, September the 18th is our Ohio selected sale. 278 are cataloged. Catalogs are out. If you don't have one, I do have a box I'm going to bring to the Allen County Fair. They'll be in the speed office, the few extra I do have. So that's our Ohio selected sale. Of course, the first week of October, Lexington, and I don't know how many Ohio breds are in Lexington, but they do sell a lot more than they used to.
Yeah, especially on their big day now.
On the big day,
yeah.
Yes. It's not just the used to. They always made the Ohio sale, the Ohio Indiana deal was kind of like the Saturday or Friday or Saturday evening, and now they will spread them out in between. So just goes to show you what a program we have in Ohio. And then our other big sale in Ohio, the Buckeye Classics, is I believe it's a Tuesday, October the 13th. Those catalogs are not out yet, and normally that sale has right around 290. Of course, I don't want to forget to mention the blooded sale, the pre-yearling blooded sale at the end of August. So those are our 3 major sales here in Ohio. Of course, the first week of November, everybody will be at Harrisburg, and there's quite a few Ohio breds there as well. I think I've got 19 in my consignment at Harrisburg, and 5 or 6 of those are Ohio breds.
Can you talk about how you decide to where you put all these horses? Now, the Ohio selected, and the Lexington, it's hard to get in those sales. You have to meet requirements, but how do you decide where your babies go and where they can make the most money for you?
Well, that's the thing. You want to try to sell them where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. The Ohio selected sale, of course, it's the premier sale in Ohio, has been for a number of years. And again, unfortunately, it's getting tougher and tougher. And actually, it sounds like Doug's going to the post parade. We'll be back in just a moment.
Side Masquerade. Blanket in memory of Charlie Boroff. Field is 6, and these are the horses. Number 1, Tina Fire. Austin Henners drives. Number 2, Dragon My Britches with Doc Holliday. Here's a 4, My Candy Girl, Charles Boland driving. Number 5, Monty Claire, Hank Levan, and 6, Seaside Masquerade, Ronnie Gillespie in the sulky, and here's the 3, Natural Lather, Frederick Stewart Jr. in the sulky.
Randy, finish your thoughts before we go through this list of horses.
Yeah, so, you just try to get the most bang for your buck. But the highest lifted sale, 275, and it's really, really tough to get in. I actually only have 3 in this year. And, of course, my wife had a knee operation a couple weeks ago. It actually worked out. She will not be at the sale with me this year. So because I only had 3, I went ahead and I'm selling my 3 with Springhaven Farm, my good friends Celina and Jeff Esty. Of course, I sell a few for them at Harrisburg. And, we've worked together quite well the last 10 or 15 years, great friends. Real quick on them, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. Congratulations. They were the breeders of
Big Rangers.
Big
Are
Ranger.
you talking about?
Yes, Big Ranger of the Hamiltonian last week. Of course, anybody seen that epic race got beat just a nose and was sure cheering and so excited for those folks. Great people. It couldn't happen to nicer people. Congratulations, Jeff and Celina, for raising a great colt.
That was my first text after Big Ranger was barely beaten. Barely beaten was to Celina, and he's still a monster of a horse, and congratulated on her. And he kind of had an interesting story.
Absolutely.
They thought he might have almost died.
Yes.
He was, I think, technically still on his mommy's side. There's a whole story behind it. Maybe we'll see a Breeders' Crown win, and we'll tell it. You know?
Maybe you get Celina up here to tell the story because she has told it, and she loves to tell it, and she'll probably have a tear in her eye as she's telling it.
As she should,
so it's pretty exciting.
Those kind of horses change your life,
For sure.
not just as a trainer-owner, but we don't always give a lot of credit to the breeder who really starts the horse.
There's a lot more people than just the owner, the trainer, the driver. There's a lot more people involved in these horses, so it's pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and talk about this 7-horse field.
Let's 6-horse. Don't put too many in there now.
7th race, 6-horse field.
There we go. Michael, you want to help introduce this one with me?
Tina Fire is the one. Austin Hanners for the Luther team. 6 starts this year. 2 wins, 3 second-place finishes, a little over $20,000 in earnings, and a mark of 55-1 in Scioto. Been first or second in all 5 of her last starts.
The 2, Ken Holiday for Todd Luther, Dragon My Britches. This is the Fear of the Dragon filly. 7 starts, 5 wins. Last go was at Xenia. She just got a little tired, but before then she was on quite a win streak.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many for. We go back there, but she's made almost $16,000. A lifetime mark was set at Wilmington this year in 2 minutes and 4/5.
The 3 is Natural Leather, a lather up filly. Only had 3 starts. Doesn't look like she's came into her own yet, but I'm sure they must be expecting some things there still. They haven't gave up on this filly yet.
Number 4 is My Candy Girl, Charlie Bolin from Mark Winters. Jerry Zossel owns this Fear the Dragon filly from the Always a Virgin mare. Candy's a virgin, 5 starts this year, 2 second-place finishes, coming off a distant last-place finish at Xenia. Prior to that, 2 second-place finishes at Washington Courthouse and at Lebanon.
5, Hank Levan trains and drives for Mark Ader of Greenville. This is a Monty Mickey filly, Monte Claire. 8 lifetime starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 1 third-place finish. She's coming off a 3rd at Walpock, but 3 back went wire to wire at Piketon in 2:03-1. She's got $8,400 made.
Real quick, the 6 of the Seaside Masquerade, down by the Seaside filly, had 6 starts, 4 wins and a second, made just shy of $17,000. She's on a 3-race win streak. In her last and most recent start, won by 10 at Chillicothe in 57-2. So good field of 2-year-old pacing fillies.
Really good field. This should be a great race. Let's go up to Doug for the call, the 7th 2-year-old filly pace.
Tina Fire on the inside, her outside. Dragging My Britches comes out in second, taking a tuck. Mike Candy Girl third. The end of the turn. 4th, the race around the turn. Monte Claire, Natural Lather. Down the backside, going to the opening quarter. Tina Fire, Austin Hanners will guide the fillies on over to the opening quarter with Dragging My Britches right there second. On the outside, Seaside Masquerade, Ronnie Gillespie the long mile. Mike Candy Girl next. Up the inside, Natural Lather and trailing the field. Monte Claire by the opening quarter. Tina Fire leads the way. Dragging My Britches is second. Racing third, My Candy Girl. 29-4, still yet to see a pylon. Seaside Masquerade, the outside, the long mile. Natural Ladder, the inside, fifth, and continue to trail the field. Montclair as they pass the stand for the first time and come to the half. Tina Fire on the front end for Austin Hanners. Dragging My Britches right there second. Stablemates race 1-2. Seaside Masquerade third. My Candy Girl fourth. Fifth is Natural Lather, and Montclair moves to the outside off a half and 59-2. To the 5/8 they go. Tina Fire by a length. Dragging My Britches is second. Seaside Masquerade third across the backside. Montclair to the outside fourth. My Candy Girl continue to trail now as Natural Lather at the 3/4. On the outside, Seaside Masquerade has been out the entire mile, is coming after leader Tina Fire. Dragging My Britches is third. Montclair fourth. Into the turn, My Candy Girl fifth. Natural Lather trails the field 129-4. Midway round the turn, Tina Fire clinging to that lead. She can hear the hoofbeats of Seaside Masquerade coming at her on the outside. Dragging My Britches is third. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. It's Tina Fire. Seaside Masquerade keeps on coming. Tina Fire needs the line and needs it now. Seaside Masquerade. They hit the line together. The final strides may have been Seaside Masquerade. It'll be a photo for win.
Holy smokes.
Holy cow.
I'm calling Ronnie, but that is tight.
I'm calling Ronnie also, and that was impressive.
If it was, yeah, she was digging in.
Man.
Did Doug just might have just gave it. I don't know.
She was parked to the quarter in 29-4, parked to the 3/8, 59-2 at the half. She had tucked in and was sitting third on the rail, second at the 3/4 pole. In a photo. And I don't think he called the final time either. So excited.
Yeah.
129-4 at 3/4. They were flying.
Man, we've had great racing today.
Yes,
we really have.
Well, and I mean, the one horse, I mean, I mentioned the 6 horse was on a 3-race win streak, but the one horse has been first or second in her last 5 starts.
Yeah.
And even the 2 horse had a 4th place finish, but she was on a 5-race win streak prior to that.
And Tina Fire, though, great start for Ronnie, just because this filly, the 6 horse has tried to step up into the BSS, just drew the 9 hole, didn't get away the best, and has been mostly at the fairs, and that's where she's been making all of her money. But Tina Fire has stepped up and done well in that middle tier, and actually started in the next generation, the $150,000 next generation as well. So those, on paper, are 2 different quality of horses, but man, did she put it to her.
Yeah. Sure did.
6-1-2 unofficial.
Yep.
Wow.
That was insane. What a drive by Ronnie.
Going for just $5,200
yeah,
too.
Exactly.
Nice. That's going to be, is that back-to-back for Ronnie? Did he
Yes.
just win?
Yep.
Yeah. So 2 for Ronnie, and that is going to be the first of the day for trainer Randy Smith. Looks like daughter Amelia is walking down. Probably debriefing after that race,
wow.
right?
And now 7 starts, 5 wins for the 2-year-old down by the Seaside filly. An impressive filly. Doesn't like to lose, it looks like.
Lodge Winter Circle, you're one of the 7th 2-year-old filly face. Number 6, Seaside Masquerade, 2-year-old bay filly down by the Seaside out of the Western Vintage mare. Charade, 5th win in 7 tries. Amelia Smith, Xenia, Ohio. Randy Smith trains Ronnie Gillespie in the sulky. Home a winner, 158 3/5. Blanket in this race in memory of Charlie Boroff. Official number 1, Tina Fire, 2. 2 Dragon My Britches, 3. The 3 Natural Leather, 6. 4 My Candy Girl, 5. 5 Montclair, 4. 6 Seaside Masquerade, the winner, 158 3. Fractional times 29-4, 59-2, and 129-4. Top down 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 1 on the bottom. 7th race, Kevin Snyder to drive the 5.
158 and 3 are 3-year-old filly pacers.
Yeah.
There was one division that did go in 58 and a piece, so I mean.
And another last quarter in 28 and 4
Yeah,
with
I
a 2-year-old
exactly
pacing
right.
filly on
Yeah.
this track.
Yeah.
Two things: how good the shape they got this track in, and what kind of a nice. Actually, both of those two-year-old pacing fillies. What exceptionally nice fillies they both are.
Yeah, they certainly were.
We are going to turn the page. We're going to step away for just a moment. Going into race 8, the only driver change we have now is on the 5, Mystical Rita. Oh, this is my own horse. I can't even say it. Mystical Rita, Kevin Snyder, to now drive the 5 in race 8. Join us back here in just a moment. We'll tell you all about the field of 6.
Once a year, the greatest converge. 12 championship races, over $7 million on the line. History will be made. Legends will rise. In October 2026, Scioto Downs becomes the venue where speed meets destiny. The Breeders' Crown, harness racing's ultimate showdown. It all comes down to the Breeders' Crown.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Oh, wow, look at that picture. That's actually a bigger margin than it looked like.
Yeah, I thought it was even tighter than that.
Right?
I mean, it's just a nose, but I thought it was even closer than that.
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
Gutsy effort.
Really
Both those
gutsy
fillies.
effort. Yeah, both of them raced really, really good. Hey, I know this is kind of strange to say, but we have a bright, sunny afternoon at a county fair.
Yeah. Been a while. I didn't know if I was going to remember how to do all this stuff. It just
I know,
seems like
right?
it's been so long.
Yeah. Now it's turned into a beautiful afternoon here, and 8th race is coming up next. And that is a 3-year-old filly trot, field of 6, racing for $4,750. Melillo with Ronnie Wren wins the big race at Northfield last night. I was talking to someone earlier today about the fact that I completely forgotten that race was taking place, and I've been following Melillo, and had said to myself on Thursday, I got to make sure to remember to bet that Horsemen racing against all these great horses, and found out the horse won and only paid $260 to win last night. Yeah.
He has been
tough.
Racing great, but I mean,
Yeah.
just in with the best in the world, basically.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah. No, it made sense he paid low price. But
glad for Ronnie Wren Jr. I mean, he's getting used to winning those big races now.
No,
but
right.
I mean, I remember him from Northville Downs trying to pick up catch drives in qualifiers.
In
you know,
Michigan. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Then he went to Raceway Park for a little bit. And made the move over to Cleveland, and then kind of the rest is history from there. Got in over at the Meadows and hooked up with Burke, and now he's doing quite well.
Yeah, he is doing quite well. And he's a really good driver.
Oh, yeah,
I
and
mean,
one of the
he's
best people
really
you could
good.
ever meet, too. I
right.
mean, he's super
Nicest guy.
just a good dad, like family guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a really good human being.
Yeah. I think I looked at it this morning. Thursday is 5 weeks to the Little Brown Jug.
Wow.
And I think it's pretty wide open.
Yeah. I mean, I know I had my favorites going into it. I just assumed Bojangles was going to be our next jug champion, honestly, coming into the year, starting the year.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, now it is.
It's open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be really competitive. And, of course, it's the first time that any of those horses will be raced on a half-mile track.
Yeah.
So, can't wait.
Yeah, it's my favorite week of the year.
Yeah, mine
sure.
too. Mine too. And you got to work it, right?
I know. It used to be like, I used to tell people it's like a holiday. Like, I could kind of care less about, like, Thanksgiving and stuff like that. It's like Kentucky Derby, Jug, Hambo. Those are my holidays. Those are the days I have to have off. You know? Like, I got other things going on. Now, I do end up working that whole week. But it's kind of cool because I get access to the barn areas. I mean, everybody can go in and see him for a while, you know, but I mean, I get to, do some cool stuff there.
100%. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I picked up my parking pass this week.
Did you?
Up there, yep. I'm all set. Should be a great week. Yeah, this is my 46th.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly don't know. I have to go back and look at the year. I know I've missed years here and there. Wasn't living in the area and stuff like that.
Yeah, that never stopped me.
Really?
Yeah, that never stopped me. I've come to the jug from living in Atlanta, Florida, California, New Jersey, a number of places. Wouldn't miss it. Post parade coming up here with Doug Ballinger.
Drives the 5. One Prolific Range is driven by Austin Henners. Number 2, Princess Mission, the driver Roy Wilson. 3, Passion with a Side, Doc Holliday drives. Number 4 is Hang Tight Honey L, Hank Levan. 5, Mystical Rita with Kevin Snyder. And number 6, Can She Can, Jeff Nicesonger in her sulky. Horse to take 1, score and go to the gate. Win, play, show, Quinella, Exacta, and a trifecta on the 8th.
Okay, let's take a deeper look at our 3-year-old filly trotters. The 8th race this afternoon from the rail out. Number 1, Prolific Range, Austin Hanners for the Luther team. Coming off of 2 wins in a row. This is an in-range filly, if you can believe that. Have a Lear Jetta Madge, Slim Schlama. 18 starts this year, 4 wins, 6 second-place finishes, just shy of 28,000 in earnings and a mark of 55-4 at Scioto Downs.
I don't know how this Todd Luther has had the rail in almost every single one of his horses today.
Oh, that's strange.
The 2 Princess.
What are you saying, Ashley?
No, hey, it's all random
wait
draw.
A minute,
it's
Ashley.
all random draw. You talk about a little bit of luck, though, especially on a half-mile track. That matters.
That
matters.
For sure.
The 2 Princess Mission, April Roach, trains and owns Roy Wilson in the bike. This is an Enterprise filly coming off a 3rd place finish. She tried to cut the mile and go wire to wire there in Chillicothe, but just got nipped. She ended up 3rd in 2:03 and 4. 13 seasonal starts. Still looking to break the maiden, but she's got $7,000 made this year.
3 horses passing with a sigh. James Cargo trains. Jeff Nysong will drive. 17 starts, 2 wins, 3 thirds, a little over 16,000 in earnings this year. Record of 59 at Northfield.
The 4, Hang Tight Honey L, Hank Levan for the Levan team. Another in-range filly of Father Patrick mare, Mother Lynn. 16 starts this year, 10 times in the money, 3 wins, 4 seconds, 3 thirds, just shy of 20,000 in earnings and a mark of 2 minutes at Piketon, coming off a 2nd at Eaton and then back-to-back wins at Sydney and Piketon.
Mystical Rita for my mom, Kim Daly. She also owns this creatine filly. Kevin Snyder now on the bike. 13 seasonal, goes with 1 win in 2 seconds. She's got just under $14,000 made on the year. She's been knocking on the door at the Ohio fairs. She was 2nd both at Marysville and at Xenia. This filly has gone in 56 at Scioto, but can occasionally have some braking issues. I've told this story before, but she actually has 2 very different weights, very different shoes on her front feet, and that's what has helped her the most.
Wow, balance.
The 6 horse, Can She Can. Mark Winters trains. Jeff Nysong will drive, and I did misspoke. Looks like Ken Holliday is driving the 3, but Can She Can is a 3-year-old Marcel filly. 8 starts, 2 wins, and a third, just shy of 10,000, and a record of 55 at Scioto Downs. So that's the field of 8 for the 8th race, the field of 6 of the 3-year-old trotting fillies.
Do we have a sale price on that one?
Which one?
The one in here.
Oh, the one.
Yeah.
$110,000.
Okay. Slim Shlama was the dam of Jet Hill, one of my favorite trotters of
recent years. Is that right?
Yeah. World record holder for a while and a half.
And here's a funny story. Slim Slam, up until 2 years ago, I sold every yearling out of her. I sold Jet Hill, and actually I sold 2 What the Hills. Jet Hill was one of them, a couple others. But, yeah, that gentleman, he's an Amishman from Indiana, brought her to me, and I thought, a Lear Jet mare, how's that going to work out? The mare's just been a phenomenal, phenomenal brood mare.
Now, who has her now then? Do you know?
The same guy. Okay. March Creek Farms in Indiana owns the mare. So super nice folks. They actually bought a share in the sales company, and that's why now they sell their own.
Oh, gotcha.
But we sure do appreciated their business. That was my claim to fame there a couple years ago was I didn't breed Jet Hill, but I was the consigner. And,
I honestly had no idea. I had no idea.
You got yourself wedged in there.
I had him the last 6 weeks before we went to the new owners at my house. So that was always kind of cool.
They have made Prolific Range the 1 to 5 favorite against this classy group of fillies. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I just, I don't know. I think Hank can be kind of tough in here as well with Hang Tight Honey L.
Yeah, Hank's been first, second, or third in all 5 of his last starts.
We haven't had an email lately from Roger. He's usually the guy who keeps track of our training and driving number of wins, and Hank has been top of the list for really since the beginning of Paulding because he races so many.
Yeah.
And he does, and he has had a good season as well this year.
For sure.
Maybe Roger's still getting over jet lag from Ireland.
You probably. I could assume so. Coming back from across the pond. Taking a minute to go to post here. We're still kind of spread out. We've got the water truck back out, and I just thought I saw somebody. Yeah, is that Mike out of the starting gate over there?
Well, that usually means they're betting. That usually means there's a few folks at the mutual windows, and they're just. We're having the Souda Downs and Northfield Drag here in Celina for just a moment. So, actually, let's talk about Celina for just a minute. Okay. I am actually from Lyman, but my wife and I have a boat here on Grand Lake St. Mary's, a beautiful place. And it was interesting. I seen the Moose Lodge is the sponsor of their Winter Circle, and the Eagles Lodge is a starter sponsor of their starting gate. Those two organizations are actually side by side here on the Celina side of the lake.
Are they?
Oh, wow.
You could literally walk from one building to the other. Most folks don't. They take their pontoon boat, and they don't even have to go out on the lake. They'll be in the no wake zone and go from one to the next. But I will say on Friday and Saturday night, you need to get there early and stay long because it is tough to find a spot for your boat and or a spot on the patio. The Eagles actually just spent about, I believe, $5 or $6 million on a brand new facility, patio, bar area outside. It's absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
So my wife, Doug, and I, that's one of the things. He's a Celina boy, of course, and he's always asking about my boat. And so hats off to the Celina and Eagles, the Celina Moose and the Celina Eagles. They do a wonderful job, and thanks for your sponsorship of the harness racing here at the Mercer County Fair.
Are you a Moose member?
I am a Moose member and an Eagles member.
Did you know that I was bartending? I just recently stepped away.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I was pulling double time. I was a Moose bartender. We've talked about it a few times.
Okay.
So I might have to I've never been to Celina Moose, so I am a member. I'm going to have to come up.
It's wonderful, and the thing is, they have a heavy pour. And it's
that maybe is a Moose thing.
And an Eagles
so non-traditional for a lodge.
And they have a heavy pour, and it's rather inexpensive. So my only wish and hope is that because it is inexpensive, that they're tipping their bartenders extremely well. So it looks like we're ready to go to the gate.
8th race, 3-year-old filly trot, a purse of $4,750, and they're lined up pretty good.
There's field of 6. Here they come. They're off and trotting. Prolific Range sent to the front. Princess Mission to her outside. Field into the turn. She can. 3 wide into the turn. Princess Mission up the inside between horses as a race around the turn. Hang Tight Honey L now will take a tuck across the backside. Prolific Range shows the way. Hang tight, Honey L will get that 2-hole trip. Princess Mission is second. Passion with the Sky racing next. Mystical Rita trailing the field. Can opening quarter. Into the turn. Prolific Range leads the way. Hang tight, Honey L second. Princess Mission is third. Opening quarter and a 30 and a fifth. Around the turn. Trotting next and fourth as they circle the turn. Mystical Rita trailing the field. Can. At the 3/8 mark. On top of the field. Prolific Range the leader by a length. Hang tight, Honey L right there second. Princess Mission racing third. Out and on the move on the outside. Now fourth is Passion with a Sigh. Racing fifth is Mystical Rita. And Can trails the field. They're at the half. Prolific Range a leader by a length. On the outside, Passion with a Sigh. 101 2/5. Racing on the inside. Hang tight, Honey L. Princess Mission fourth. Fifth, Mystical Rita. Trailing the field off stride. Can. Across the backside of the 3/4, Prolific Range leads it. Passion with a Sigh on the outside, racing third. Hang tight, Honey L. Princess Mission is fourth, fifth on the outside. Mystical Rita continue to trail the field. Can. They're into the far turn. Prolific Range leader by a length. Locked in, needing room. Hang tight, Honey L. 1:33.1 around the far turn. On the outside, Passion with a Sigh as they come to the top of the stretch. Prolific Range nowhere to go for Hang tight, Honey L. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Prolific Range. Hang tight, Honey L. The outside, Passion with a Sigh. They're inside the final 16th. Prolific Range is almost there. Coming to the line. Prolific Range, Austin Hanners. The photo for place 203 1/5.
Good rating job by Austin there. Had it under control from the get-go, I believe.
I say clear winner there with Prolific Range. Is going to go 3 in a row there in Ohio at all the Ohio County Fairs, but I'm not even going to try to call but the difference between second and third. That was tight.
I see. It looks to me like
Did you do
1-4-3.
Yep, that's what I had too.
Really?
Yes.
Usually my eyes are sharp. You think 1-4-3?
I'm right here at the at the wire.
I'll give it to you on the wire.
Hank split horses that come up by a good head. If I'm wrong, I'll never say a thing again.
No, you're right.
Prolific Range, though. Todd Luther trains Austin Hanners with the win. This is an in-range filly. She's now won 5 and 19 tries this year. She was unstarted as a 2-year-old. Originally a $110,000 purchase. So we are chipping away at that original purchase price. She's making it back slowly but surely.
Greg Luther here to get his picture taken with a couple of winners today.
I think that is going to be the second on the day for the Luther team. And no, that's the first for Austin today. I think Doc drove their first winner. How much do we think the in-range Colts and fillies are going to go for this year? I bet we can't touch them.
Yeah, they topped the sale last year. I hate to throw out a number. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I thought it was well over 40,000 was what the average was. It seemed like upper 30s anyway for sure.
Lauren and Lois Ann Combs Memorial Trot, number 1 Prolific Range, 3-year-old bay filly by In Range. Greg Luther Racing, Blacklick, Ohio. Todd Luther trains Austin Hanners in the sulky. Back in 2016, 10 years ago, Austin Hanners got his very first win here at the Mercer County Fair behind Rehab Mountain. Just a few weeks ago, he got his 1,000th career driving win at Scioto Downs. One of his biggest wins came last fall when he won the $548,000 Breeders' Crown with Always Be Mickey. It all began right here at the Mercer County Fair for Austin Hanners 10 years ago when he drove Rehab Mountain to his first driving win. Prolific Range, Austin Hanners take the Lois and Lauren Combs Memorial Trot in 203 1/5.
That was not an easy trip for a lot of those fillies in there, except for maybe Austin, because he was able to rate the mile. But who did we say? You think?
I'm fairly confident
Hank got up for
Hank got up for second, and Ken Holiday was third with the 3-horse passing with a side.
Holiday was out there for a bit.
He was out there.
He was out there for a while.
Yeah, he was. He was out at the half. He was still out at 3/4.
Blankets today. Big thank you.
Sometimes Doug may forget the official rundown. That does happen, but this was so, I don't know, you guys called it. I guess I'm not on the wire.
Yeah, I've got it 1:43 final time, 2:03 and 1.
Yep.
I think at the quarter fractions. But,
At the tote board, we haven't seen Price on the tote.
Here he comes.
2 Princess Mission 4. 3 Passion with a side 3. The 4 Hang Tight Honey L 2. 5 Mystical Rita 5. 6 Can She Can 6. 203 and a fifth. 30 and a fifth. 101 and 2. 133 and 1. 143 2 5 6 on the bottom. 9th race is up next. Jason Beatty to drive the 5. Lather is sweet.
Where'd your mom
Jason
finish?
Fifth.
4th?
Fifth. So we are moving on to race number 9 of 13. So we're pushing them right through. One thing I did notice, and I wanted to talk about before we went to our commercial break, though, Randy, there were some horses. Yep, you can see them with their red saddle pads. That is a signature series.
Correct.
Do you want to talk about the SIG series?
We are going to talk about the signature series. You want to do it right now?
I don't know. You tell me. Race
yeah,
10,
sure.
I think, is the first. Race 10 is the first.
10 is the first signature series. But, yeah, the signature series horses are out starting to warm up. So back some 20, 30 years ago, the signature series actually started with a good friend of mine, Harold Breidenball, in Allen County, and Bob Geist right here in Mercer County. And it was an idea to try to get these older horses to come back to the fairs and not just race in an overnight. Originally, it was an early closer. You had to make a nomination in March.
Really?
Of course, they've since done away with that. And it was us, Wapakoneta, Allen County, Mercer County, Allglaze County, and I believe there was Upper Sandusky, Wyandotte County was the original 4 fairs that started the signature series. And we went along that way for 3 or 4 years, and then the thing just started growing and growing. And I believe now we're up to 32 county fairs, and it's really it highlights the aged horses. Of course, I'm the president. Lisa Swartz is our secretary-treasurer, and pretty much runs the thing. We have a couple meetings a year, but we're so spread out throughout the state. There's usually only about 8 or 10 of us that show up to these meetings, but it really is something that just kind of takes care of itself. The fairs know what they need to do. So if you're interested in the signature series and your fair is not involved, contact myself or Lisa Swartz. We'd sure love to have you involved. The other thing that's helped the signature series a ton is the race grants through the OHHA.
I was going to bring that up.
These fairs, they'll go for a purse of $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000. Of course, they a lot of times split. But without the help from the OHHA and our signature race grants, they'd end up going for $1,000. So it's a decent purse. You can bring an aged horse to the track, and like Mercer County here, they make that kind of their signature race. For their age, as we do at Lima. It's our Dunlap Runner Remoro. It's our Allen County Super Trot. So they really try to highlight those two races for the age events. But the signature series, like I said, it's been 20, 25 years ago, and it actually started right here in Mercer County. So we're pretty proud of that. It's something that has continued to grow. It's continued to thrive, and
it's quality horses.
Sure are appreciative of the horsemen that bring them.
I mean, most of the fields of these races, it varies obviously, but a lot of the fields are close to or over $1 million
Sure.
amongst the competitors. Yep. And it's such a great event for every fair that runs it.
Yep. And we sure do appreciate the horsemen that bring those quality horses to the county fairs. That a lot of these, I would assume that 90% of the folks that come and watch the horses at the county fairs have never been to a parimutuel track. So the fact that they get to see, some of those aged horses that have made a lot of money and have continued to race, it's pretty exciting.
Yes,
so that's the great thing about the signature series.
We're going to head.
Going to take a break?
Yeah,
let's take a break. Come back for the 9th, which is a 2-year-old filly pace, purse of $5,300. You are watching live harness racing brought to you by the Ohio Horsemen's Association and our sponsors. We will be right back.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
She's had 3 starts and a second, 2,000 in earnings. 2 back was second in 2.8 at Washington Courthouse.
The 2 is Flashiful, Austin Hanners for the Luthers, 7 starts, 1 win, 2/3, coming off an 8th place finish at Urbana. Before that, a 3rd and a win at Eaton.
Well, looks like he's going to have a post parade. Then we'll talk about the other 4.
You got it.
Number 1 ever up with Roy Wilson. Number 2 is Flashiful, Austin Hanners drives. 3 Hazel's Dance with Chris Hope. Number 4, Major Fire Inside, Charles Bolin. 5, Lather is Sweet, Jason Beatty in the 6th, Leonia L. Hank Levan in the sulky. Horse to take 1.
Hey, Greg.
So to continue on with the field, the 3 horse is Hazel's Dance, a Dancing Yankee filly. Christopher Hope drives for Fletcher Davis. The filly's had 5 starts, a win, a second, and a 3rd. Did win her very first start, 2-3 at Ottawa, just shy of $5,000. Good friend of mine, Nelson Miller, bred this filly.
The 4 Major Fire Inside, Charlie Bolin for William Miller. The 2nd, a Catch the Fire filly from the Art Major mare, Major Night Out. 3 starts this year, still looking to get on the board.
The 5 horses, Lather is Sweet, a Lather Up filly. Her first lifetime start. Robert Rogan is the trainer. And who do we have as the driver?
Some fella named TBA.
A TBA, okay. I didn't know if you got that. I haven't caught that either. So
no.
We are waiting on a driver, I assume.
The 6 is Leonia L. Hank Levan for the Levan team. A Monty Mickey filly from the Sun Beach Somewhere mare, Beach Story. 9 out of 9 in the money this year. 4 wins, 3 seconds, 2/3. A little over 15,000 in earnings and a mark of 2 minutes and 2/5 at Tipton, and is the current 1-5 favorite on the betting board here at the Mercer County Fair in Celina. Okay.
So, hey, let's talk about the Breeders' Crown a little bit. The October 25th and 26th, the Breeders' Crown is coming to Cider Downs, Columbus, Ohio, for the very first time in history. All 12 championship divisions, I think they're racing for over $8.3 million. So it goes to show what the product and what we've done here in Ohio over the last 5 or 10 years. It's just absolutely astounding.
It is a tribute to our growth is what it is.
For sure. And, of course, our president, Scott Mogan, has worked very, very hard to get the Breeders' Crown with John Campbell, the president of the Hamiltonian Society. I know they've been in discussions for the last 3 or 4 years. A side note on that is, every president, the OHHA, seems to have something that they've claimed to fame. Scott Mogan's is going to be the fact that he got the Breeders' Crown.
Yep.
Our past president, Steve Bateson, he got the Buckeye Stallion Series implemented here in Ohio. When Dr. Mossbarger was president, he got the full card simulcasting implemented, and of course, Steve McCoy was president whenever we got our video slot terminals and the growth we've come to accustomed to now. So I'm the vice president, and there's always kind of a next stepping stone, and everybody's assuming that I will be the next president of the OHHA. I keep telling them, guys, if you can find somebody smarter than me, please do that. I'll guarantee you one thing. You're not going to find anybody that's going to work any harder, but surely to God, there's somebody out there that's smarter than me that wants to be the president of the OHHA. If not, I don't know what else is left for me to be my claim to fame. With the Breeders' Crown and the Full Card Simulcasting and the Buckeye Stallion Series, all I can say is I will work very hard and do my very best not to screw up what a great product and what a great thing we have going in Ohio right now, to the best of my ability. So the Breeders' Crown coming to Scioto Downs September 25th and 26th. October 25th and 26th, correct. It's Friday and Saturday night. If you don't have your tickets, you need to get them quick. I know they're selling out. There's still plenty of room in the grandstand area. They're supposed to have several food trucks. Of course, Scioto Downs is usually closed that time of year. With the Ohio State Racing Commission, they've worked out a deal. They will race the last 2 weekends. The weekend prior to will be the eliminations, and then, of course, the 25th and 26th of October.
The final.
So come to Central Ohio, come to Scioto Downs, enjoy the Breeders' Crown. The best horses in North America will be there for your entertainment, and
it is so cool to just hear those words, man.
Absolutely.
Obviously, I mean, I started going to Scioto in 1980 when the purses were 12 to 1,600 a night, and it was a whole different world than it is now. And now to come back 45, 50 years later and know that we're hosting the sport's largest event, for the world to see, it really is a super cool thing.
Absolutely, and congratulations to Caesars Entertainment for putting the money they put in. They built a new grandstand. Yeah. They've got the new paddock. They have spent a ton of money at Scioto Downs.
Sure have.
That's Caesars property. Going to the gate, race 10.
They're off then, pacing Fleischable, set right to the front, to the outside of Fleischable. Hazel's Dance as they move into the turn. Leonia L, the outside is caught wide. She's third. Ever Up comes out in fourth. Major Fire inside is fifth, and Lather is Sweet, the early trader, across the backside. Going to the opening quarter. Fleischable, the leader, across the backside. Leonia L up on the outside. Levan's going to get the front end. Hazel's Dance gives way third. Ever Up fourth. Fifth is Major Fire inside, and trailing the field. Lather is Sweet by the opening quarter. Leonia L, the leader by a length. Fleischable right there, second. Opening quarter, 30 3/5. Hazel's Dance races third. Racing fourth is Ever Up. Pacing fifth, Major Fire inside. And trailing the field, Lather is Sweet. Into the lane, first time, coming to the half. Leonia L, Hank Levan lead the way. Right there, second is Fleischable racing third. Hazel's Dance racing fourth. They come to the half is Ever Up. Fifth is Major Fire inside, and Lather is Sweet trails the field. They race into the turn. Leonia L, Hank Levan having by the half in 1 minute and 3/5. Fleischable right there, second. Hazel's Dance third. Fourth is Ever Up. Fifth, Major Fire inside. Trailing the field as they race across the backside. Lather is Sweet moves to the outside. They head to the 3/4. Leonia L will guide the filly to that mark. Fleischable right there. Hazel's Dance will move to the outside third. Ever Up is fourth. Fifth to the outside is Lather is Sweet. And shuffle the last. Major Fire inside. 3/4 is on the board. 1:30 2/5. They circle the far turn. Leonia L, the leader by a length right there. Second is Fleischable racing third. Hazel's Dance to the outside. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Leonia L is almost there inside the final 16th. Second is Fleischable coming to the line. Leonia L and Hank Levan. Second to 2, Fleischable home third. The 3, Hazel's Dance. 1:59 4.
Wow.
1:59 4.
59 4 last half. 59 1 for your race winner, Leonia L. This one's been really tough. Now 10 out of 10 in the money so far this year. Earnings now up to close to $18,000 with today's victory. That was pretty impressive. I guess Hank knew he needed to be on the front and got there as quick as he could and raced really good from there on out. 30 3 for the quarter, 1:03 for the half, 59 4 for the final time. of the race.
Yeah, an impressive mile for a 2-year-old pacing filly over any county fair track.
Over any kind of fair track, exactly right, yeah.
Another winner by Monty Mickey, first crop stallion in here in Ohio, and it looks like he's doing quite well.
I was looking at the horses that are going to be for sale coming up in Circleville. I see Luz Perlman's first batch is going to be on the ground.
Luz Perlman's first batch is on the ground, and I was thinking we had another first crop stallion. Of course, I know I've got a couple Luz Perlmans, so I'm aware of him. But yeah, another stallion.
2-year-old filly pace. 6 Leonia Al, the 2-year-old bay filly by Monty Mickey out of the Some Beach Somewhere mare. Beach Story is on with the Levan Stables. Dharma Fall Racing. A Halflinger, Megan Levan, 159-4. Hank Levan trains and drives the winner. This race sponsored by Robbins, Auctioneer and Real Estate. Paul, would you hand me that chair? I got to sit down a little bit. My race, number 1 Ever Up 4. 2 Flashiful 2, the 3 Hazels Dance 3. 4 Major Fire Inside 6, the 5 Lather is Sweet 5. 6 Leonia L, the winner, 159-4. 30 3/5, a minute 3/5, 130 2/5. 4 2 3 6 5 1 on the bottom. 10th race coming up in 12 minutes. Field of 5. Win Place Show, Quinella, Exacta, and Trifecta Wagering on the 10th. 10th race, Feisty Jim, smoking it steady. Mega Money, Dover in Action, Lightning Frenzy.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
All right, we're back.
Okay, that wraps up the 9th. 10th is coming up next. That is a Signature Series Grand Lake Trot from the Samples Memorial. First of $3,500. We'll introduce you to those 4-year-olds and uppers when we come back after these messages.
Feel the thunder, experience the speed, witness the excitement of Ohio harness racing. Ohio is home to 4 pari-mutuel tracks with exciting action at Northfield Park, Scioto Downs, Miami Valley Gaming and Racing, and Dayton Raceway. Plus racing at 66 county and independent fairs statewide. From legendary events like the Little Brown Jug to the Dayton Pacing Derby, Battle of Lake Erie, and Next Generation Stakes, Ohio is where champions race. The speed, the tradition, the excitement. Don't just watch it, be a part of it. Race Ohio, it's your best bet.
Don't miss the North American Standardbred Mixed Sale in Mount Hope, Ohio, December 18th. Only 2 sales in and already gaining attention across North America. This exciting young sale specializes in high-quality racehorses, broodmare prospects, and stallion shares with industry-leading pedigrees. One of our exciting graduates is world record holder Allegiant, headlining a growing list of successful sale graduates. Last year's sale topper was Refined at $260,000, followed by Stardust Volo at $250,000. Visit the North American Standardbred Mixsale.com and join us December 18th in Mount Hope, Ohio.
How many more you got racing? You done for the day? Hey, you got any more racing today? Here?
The horses in the 10th first, and then we'll have time right up until they go to gate. So horses in the 10th race. Signature Series from the rail out, number 1, Feisty Jim, Pierce Henry drives for Joseph Wilson, Triumphant Caviar Gelding out of a feisty GG mare, 4 starts this year, and looking to get onto the boards, having some braking issues.
The number 2 horse, Smoke It Steady, Kerry Ream trains. This 5-year-old Volstead got a record of 55 this year at the Meadows, but has made $152,000 lifetime.
The 3 is Mega Money, Austin Hanners for the Luthers, $370,000 lifetime, 7 out of 13 in the money this year. The market 53-2 of Mount Vernon. Miami Valley, sorry.
The 4-horse Dover in Action, Dover Dan, 5-year-old gelding. Chad Clark trains and drives. Made just a little over $60,000.
And the 5 is Lightning Frenzy, just Nysinger for Dan O'Mara. Don't you forget it, gelding. This one's made $183,000, 8 out of 26 in the money this year, and a mark of 55. And we are joined by Mr. Greg Luther. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, man. Good to have you back up here with us.
Yes, sir.
So just a little bit ago, I was talking about the Breeders' Crown, and one thing I did forget to mention, Greg Luther is sponsoring the Breeders' Charity Challenge. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Greg?
Yeah, so the Charity Challenge has been kind of handed down from Marvin Katz. He's done such an awesome job over the years, and they asked my business here, Prolific Equine, to sponsor or be the presenting sponsor for the Charity Challenge. We've got a pretty good following on the Prolific Equine Facebook page, so we're getting the Horsemen involved, we're getting a lot of the local businesses involved, trying to bring in a few celebrities or folks that can bring a crowd for the Breeders' Crown and kind of promote harness racing that way.
Fantastic. So how does somebody get involved in the charity if they want to be?
Yeah, so we're going to start promoting it here probably the end of this week. Next week here, we're going to have a QR code where everybody can kind of scan and find out some details. They can donate to the Charity Challenge as well. We're raising a lot of money for some very, very important charities for horses and for humans. And we'll probably have some information coming out here at the end of this week.
Okay, fantastic. The other thing we were talking about, I was talking about the sales, of course, which is near and dear to my heart. And just a couple of days ago, you had made an announcement that you're looking at starting another sale here in Ohio.
Yeah, it's already started. We've got the Prestige Yearling Sale, which is going to be around September of every single year. I actually sold exclusive slots into that sale for people that want to make sure they've got at least 8 horses each year, because it's been real hard to get your horses into the sales. We breed so much in Ohio. So I sold 180 slots on that. That means that sale is going to fill every year for many years to come. And, of course, we'll take regular entries, too. For some of the smaller guys with 2 or 3 horses, they can finally get it in a premium sale and get the money they deserve.
That's awesome.
Fantastic. So you'd mentioned you're building a new facility for this sale, you think? Or where do you think you might have the sale?
They're building in Delaware. I don't think they'll have it done in time. We're actually talking to Scioto Downs about possibly having it Scioto Downs with the new paddock there as
Exciting.
well as a 10 outside.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're having the post parade. We'll be back in just a moment. Ashley, I'm going to cut off. Ashley's back, so you guys can stop listening to me. Have a great day. Good to see you, Greg.
Thank you, sir.
Kerry Ream the 2, Smoke It Steady. The 3, Mega Money with Austin Anders. 4, Dover in Action, Chad Clark. 5, Lightning Frenzy, Jeff Nice-Songer in the sulky. Horse to take 1, score and go to the gate. Win place, show, exacta trifecta. 4 minutes to post, 4 minutes.
We are back. Met the horses for the 10th race, the Signature Series. Joseph Wilson trains and also owns Feisty Jim, the 1 horse. 98 lifetime starts. And mark 154 at Scioto as a 4-year-old, which was 8 years ago for this one. 2, Kerry Raymond, Carl Newland, Smoke It Steady. This one is a 5-year-old. Has made $153,000 and is 39 out of 86 first, second, or third place finishes in his life. Mega Money, the 3 from the Luther team, 43 lifetime starts, 27 times in the money and $369,000 in earnings. Look, if you have a horse that comes in first, second, or third, half the amount of time that the horse races, that's a really good horse. When you get up to 60 percentile, you've got something really special going on. Dover in Action, Chad Clark's horse, 4, the 73 lifetime starts, 31 out of 73 first, second, or third place finishes. And the 5, Lightning Frenzy, Dan O'Mara's 234 lifetime starts, 64 times in the money, $183,000 in earnings. And those are your Signature Series entries.
I've got a question for Greg.
Go for it.
Coming up here shortly is going to be the Great Dark County Fair. You always bring a load of them for partial night.
Yeah.
What are your plans this year? How many rigs are you going to have at Greenville this year? How many horses you plan on bringing up for that thing?
Well, we hire Joey Putnam, who has 10 horse trailers, which is pretty rare, and we had a few of those last year. I would imagine we'll go with a couple dozen horses every day, so we're going to have a lot of them, and I'm going to invite a lot of people out to the Greenville Fair, especially on partial night, the last night, Thursday, 29th. I think we're going to have the biggest crowd we've ever had in harness racing at a county fair. Yeah.
That's a bold statement. I mean, I've been there when it's been packed before.
Well, maybe minus Delaware, because of course that's in a league of its own. Yeah. But it is so much fun, and evening racing. I'm hoping the weather cleans up. I don't know who made Mother Nature mad, but they need to apologize. Right?
Yeah, she's been very aggressive this week. Last year was my first year to Greenville.
Oh, was it?
Oh man, did I love that place!
Oh, it's
what a different level of energy. You know, just walking around.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, even this place here, when you've got the draw gate at the top of the stretch, it's a lot more fun for the horsemen.
It is.
They're right there in the mix. So,
yeah. No, this is a great track. I mean, you know, we don't get to see the whole racetrack at a lot of our fairgrounds. We're blocked by whatever's going on.
Yeah.
We were up in Attica, Ashley and I, this week. That's an interesting track. We have a sprint car racetrack inside the horse track up there. You know, you kind of blocked out for about a third of it, but Mother Nature messed with us a little bit up there that day as well.
Yeah, Greenville's going to be a blast. I'm really excited for it, and I haven't told my brother yet, but we might be bringing in 1 or 2 of our Grand Circuit horses for that big race.
Is that right?
There too. They're going for some big money. So.
Yeah,
I heard that it was Jim Beakey that went out and fundraised quite a bit, didn't he?
A bunch, yeah. They actually turned it in yesterday, so it's collected and good to go. And we got a new tractor there, and they've done a lot with the barns again this year. It's going to be nice.
It's a very special place, folks. If you haven't been to the Greenville Fair, try to make it a point to get over there. Fast racing and great fairgrounds as well. Horses are at the top of the stretch for this afternoon's 10th race. Let's take it up to Doug Ballinger for the call.
The 2, Smoke It Steady. They're up then trotting, and Mega Money sent right to the front on the outside. Lightning Frenzy comes out in second, racing third. Around the turn, going to the opening 8. Down the backside, Dover in action. Trailing the field, Smoking Steady. Down the backside they trot, and on top of the field with the lead, Austin Hanners, Mega Money racing second as they race across the backside. Lightning Frenzy trotting third as they race around the turn. Feisty Jim racing next and fourth around the turn. They all look alike with those saddle pads. On to the 3/8 they go, and Austin Hanners leads the way with Mega Money. Next is Lightning Frenzy, 30 3/5 as they pass the stand for the first time. Moving to the outside, Feisty Jim fourth. Dover in action. On to the half they come, half to half. Mega Money, Lightning Frenzy is next. Dover in action is third. Fourth is Feisty Jim. Trailing the field, Smoking Steady. On to the 5/8, still Austin Hanners, and Mega Money off a half and 59 4 as they head up the backside. Lightning Frenzy is second. Dover in action is third. Racing fourth across the backside, Feisty Jim, and continue to trail the field. Smoke It Steady. Nearing the 3/4 mark with the lead as they move into the far turn. Austin Hanners, Mega Money open up at 2.5. Lightning Frenzy right there second. Dover in action is third. Feisty Jim fourth. Trailing the field, Smoke It Steady. 129 2. Around the far turn with a little better than 1/8 of a mile to trot. Mega Money has them by 3. Second is Lightning Frenzy. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Dover in action on the outside through the lane and coming to the wire. Mega Money's almost there. Mega Money. Austin Hanners to take the Signature Series trot. $158 4/5.
Wow. 59 seconds for the last half mile, racing 1:58 4. Mega Money to Austin Hanners for the Luther team. Greg kind of bolted out of his seat here and headed down to the winner's circle for a picture. I had 3, 4, 5, 1 across the wire. Dover in action second. Lightning Frenzy third. Feisty Jim fourth. Austin set some nice fractions, 30 and 3, 59 and 4, 129 and 2. Then a 29 and 2 final quarter to get to that 58 and 4. Well done, Luther team.
With us now, Rusty Voorhees. We gave him a headset.
Oh, we got him.
I wanted to ask about how's my filly doing back there.
She's back in the stall eating hay, relaxing.
All right.
Got her day done.
Yep. Finished third.
And
good
so
third.
do I.
Yeah. How's the fair looking out there? I've been up here kind of since things started opening up.
A lot of crowd.
Good.
Yeah, they had a big full crowd here Friday evening for the concert. Luke Bryan.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Wow.
They had
wow.
They had a full house here for that.
I would assume so.
Yeah,
that's
no
big.
kidding.
I think he fills up the Huntington Center when he
Yeah,
comes up.
yeah.
He's kind of a big deal.
That's a big time act.
And they sell a lot of adult beverages.
Sure.
That'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah, the Horsemen group on the fairgrounds here, they help sell and get a cut of the profit.
Nice.
That's how we get a lot of our money, for our projects and our equipment and things. And the fair board kind of appreciates it because it's, it stays on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
With Ohio owns Todd Luther trains Austin Hanners in the sulky 158 4/5 for mega money. As they take the samples trot, signature series trot for $3,500. Show number 1, Feisty Jim 4. 2, Smoke It Steady 5. 3, Mega Money the winner. 4, Dover in Action 2. 5, Lightning Frenzy 3. 158 and 4. 30 and 3/5. 59 and 4. 129 and 2. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. 11th race coming up in about 12 minutes. The 5, My Pal Gracie, will be driven by Ken Holliday. Ken Holliday to drive the 5, My Pal Gracie. Win place show Quinella Exactin trifecta on the 11th. Ladies lucky.
Three more races, Ashley.
I know. What time is it, actually? I don't even know what time it is.
It is 3:16 in the afternoon.
We started at 12. That's not too bad. Our pace.
12:30.
We were talking before I put my headset back on. Rusty, Doug's not playing around. None of his fairs does he play around at.
Yeah.
This year he's all business. All business.
You look at the fairs you've about got to, because there's a ton of races.
So many of
the
them
only one
everywhere.
Walpaw Canetta had like 10 and 11. That was the least
about
card.
the thinnest we've had in this area. Yeah, you're right.
Tomorrow we've only got 9 here, I think.
Do you?
Only 9. 8 or 9, but I think 9.
I haven't even looked at the Troy program. I'll be at Troy tomorrow.
There was quite a few down there at Troy.
Shoot, nothing's ever easy for me.
There was plenty.
You get paid the same money for 8 as
I
18.
do.
I think that's Doug's theory too. He's not getting paid by the hour.
Yeah.
Oh no, way more at Troy. There's 15 at Troy.
Yeah,
Are you?
I didn't want to.
Who's with
I didn't want to
me?
ruin your day, but there's a lot of them down there.
Who's with me?
At Troy?
Is it Jay?
Let me see.
Usually.
I think it might be
Yeah,
Jay
usually Jay goes down
and
there.
probably Chris, because he's still
Yeah.
pretty local to Dayton.
It's
so.
Jay both days.
That would be your shortest drive home, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's my county I live in now,
Right.
is Miami. So it's probably to the fairgrounds, not even quite 15 minutes, but
Yeah.
somewhere around there. Well, I guess you guys will have a faster night than I will, but again, some more nice payouts. They like to play at this fair, don't they, Rusty?
Yeah, there's.
How much
few
do they
gamers
normally
that-
handle here? Do you know offhand?
Yeah, it's tough to hit 10, I think.
Is it really?
I would
Yeah.
be surprised.
I think it's between 8 and 10 usually.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad,
Yeah.
though.
We are going to turn the page. Race 11 coming up next. Headed back to the fair stakes. This will be our 3-year-old filly trotters, a field of 5. Doc Holliday now to drive the 5, My Pal Gracie. We're going to take just a moment away. Thank our sponsors. We'll be right back here.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Use code FAIR26 and receive $10 off your next order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Thanks for joining us once again. Race 11 coming up next here in Mercer County, Celina, Ohio. We've got Rusty Voorhees on the mic with Michael and I for a little bit. We've had all kinds of guests, of guests today on. We appreciate all of them. Rusty, how long have you been training here? Well, you had a full-time job.
Yeah,
and
I worked 30 years at a job. Worked hard too. I about wore out. I can't hardly go, but.
That's only why we got one horse now? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. No, I've been here since I was a teenager, back in the 70s.
Oh, wow.
What kind of bad stories can you share about Doug Ballinger?
Not too
bad
many.
stories.
They used to get him when he was just a young man. They'd give him, I don't know what, libations, I might as well say. And then he'd call races, back in the barns and just add horses as he thought of them and stuff. And they used to get a kick out of that when he was a teenager.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
I think it was Doug was telling me that they put in some new condos here right on the lake.
Out there on the west bank there.
Okay.
Oh,
that boardwalk.
I've seen those. Yeah.
They're all different colors.
Yeah,
it's really built up around there now, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot to do around there. It looks like.
Yeah, there is.
Randy was saying the moose and the elks, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
They're a hot ticket Friday and
Eagles.
Saturday.
Yeah, Eagles. Yeah, they always have live music. Yeah, Randy goes there quite a bit on weekends. I think he's got a pontoon, I believe.
Yep, he does.
And goes over there. I don't know where he keeps it docked through the week, but
it looks like we have. My eyes may be deceiving me.
What?
We have a very light rain. Do you
looks
see
like
it
too,
blowing
yeah.
over here?
Yeah.
Very light rain that's just starting to come down. You had a lot of rain over the last couple of days, but
I got at my house 7 inches from whenever it started, Sunday or whatever.
But
you're up here?
Yeah, I live in town.
Wow.
Here.
It's done your track favors, though.
It has. We actually, a month ago, the track was garbage, I guess. Pardon the, be so frank, but it was because we didn't get stone on it here till like mid-June after the track had dried out, for the summer, and it just kind of laid on top, and it was rolling around, and the horses didn't have good footing, and I was a little bit worried about it. Thought maybe they might have to, kind of grade it up for the races so the horses can get over a racetrack rather than a sand track.
Right.
And but that rain came, and that was the best thing that happened. As you can see today, it's good.
It is good.
How many train here year-round?
Not too many.
Not too many?
Yeah, whatever Phil Belanger's got in the barn, and then there's myself and Bruce Schmidt, Steve Boroff, and I think that's about it, I think. It's not like it was years ago, which is kind of sad because the money's – but everybody's so getting older, I guess.
Run Billy, driven by Jep, nice songer for Capture the Photo with Pierce Henry. And number 5, My Pal Gracie, Ken Holliday in the sulky. Horse to take one score and go to the gate. Win, play, show.
Real quick, we talked about that Horsemen's dinner back there on the backstretch. Who puts that on? Is that the
Horsemen's?
Okay.
Mercer County Harness Horsemen's, yeah. Back in front of Steve's barn. Steve's the grill master.
Is it hamburgers, hot dogs?
Some pork loin, yeah, some brats and hamburgers and hot dogs. And
nice.
Yeah.
There's such a community feeling at each one of these
Yeah.
fairs
Yeah.
you go to. I mean, it's fantastic. Really
Yeah,
is.
It is. Let's take a deeper look here at these 3-year-old filly trotters in the 11th race. Number 1, Ladies Lucky Money. Ronald Wilbur trains, Roy Burns drives. Ronald also owns. This is a Ready for Money filly. The Cantab Hall mare, Luck Be This Lady. 6 starts this year, 1 third-place finish, and that was at Wapakoneta last week.
2-horse Little Queenie, Cam McCowan on for Jess McCowan. This is a What the Hill filly owned by Trish Soulsby of Powell and Richard, how would we say his last name?
Shout,
thank you. Florida, 12 seasonal starts with 1 win, and that actually came last time back, was 2nd place first at Attica and 2-12-2, but that was a nasty track, so don't take that time into too much consideration there. Has made $10,000 on the year, $20,000 lifetime.
The 3 is Rose Run Billy, Jeff Neisinger from Mark Winters, a Triumphant Caviar filly. And the Angus Hall mare, Caught My Eye. 11 starts this year, 1 win, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, a little over 12,000 in earnings, mark of 202-1 at Wilmington, and a break last start at Scioto. The non-winners have won. Before that, a solid 2nd place finish, 28-3 final quarter race, and 56-2.
The 4, Pierce Henry for Phil Groves. Capture the Photo. This is an Uncle Peter filly that Groves also does own. 17 seasonal starts, 6 wins, 5 seconds, and 2 third-place finishes. She's knocking on the door of almost $50,000 made this year. She was a nice 2-year-old coming back even stronger. She has stepped it up into the BSS. Last go for that series was on July 18th. Unfortunately, just out of the money, but trotted in 56-1. Since then, she has quite a few wins at the county fair level. She was a winner last time out at Chillicothe, despite a 2nd-tier start.
And the 5 is My Pal Gracie. Doc Holliday drives for Joseph Wilson, an Enterprise filly from the Don't You Forget It mare, My Pal Megan. 3 starts this year, hasn't gotten in the money yet, and has had some braking issues last time out at Wapakoneta. We'll see if Doc can keep this one flat and get around the track. 11th race, 3-year-old filly trotters, $4,750. Up to Doug Ballinger for the call of the race.
They're off and trotting. Little Queenie sent right to the front. Capture the photo to her outside as they move into the turn. Ladies Lucky Money comes out in 3rd. Rose Run Billy is 4th. And My Pal Gracie will be the traitor as they race around the turn. Little Queenie the inside leads it. Capture the photo to her outside. Ladies Lucky Money 3rd. Rose Run Billy is 4th. And trailing up field, My Pal Gracie's off stride as they race across the backside. Going to the opening quarter. Going to take a tuck. Capture the photo. Little Queenie has the lead. Capture the photo 2nd. Ladies Lucky Money 3rd. Trotting 4th, Rose Run Billy, and trailing the field, My Pal Gracie. Straight alignment by the opening quarter, and 28 4/5. They circle the turn and race to the 3/8. Little Queenie, Cam McCowan lead the way. Nose to helmet. Capture the photo is 2nd. Rose Run Billy is 3rd. Ladies Lucky Money 4th. My Pal Gracie can see them all coming on over to the halfway point. With the lead, Little Queenie, and coming at her on the outside, Ladies Lucky Money, the inside, capture the photo 3rd, Rose Run Billy the outside 4th, and My Pal Gracie continues to trail the field as they head to the 5/8. As they race by the half in 1 minute and 2/5. The leader down the backside, Little Queenie by a length. Capture the photo, Ladies Lucky Money the outside, Rose Run Billy up the inside, My Pal Gracie trails the field, 3/8 of a mile to trot, the leader, Little Queenie, but here comes Capture the Photo to the outside, up the inside, Rose Run Billy 3rd, Ladies Lucky Money is 4th, trailing My Pal Gracie. They're into the far turn, and it is still Little Queenie by a neck. Capture the photo with every stride on the outside, 1:31-2, Capture the Photos grab the lead by a head and make it a neck. Racing next to the inside, Little Queenie to the outside, Rose Run Billy. They're off the turn, they're on their way home. Capture the photo, Little Queenie and Rose Run Billy. They're inside the final 16th. Capture the photo, and Pierce Henry to take the 3-year-old filly trot, sponsored by Celina Moose Lodge, number 1473. The mile 2:01 1/5.
Patience paid off there for Pierce Henry with Capture the Photo for Philip Groves, who trains and owns the Uncle Peter winning filly of this afternoon's 11th race. 2:01.1, nice time for three-year-old filly trotters.
Wicked opening quarter there.
Yeah, flying.
To the quarter was 28-4. Everybody got to see it. It was a little bit of a battle. Cam was not going to let Pierce have the front, which I thought was just an interesting choice because, I mean, Little Queenie, she was a winner last time out on a very sloppy track, but she's been right there all along, but Pierce's horse is tough.
Yeah, very much so. That's 11, 12, 13. That's 14 out of 18. Either first, second, or third for Capture the Photo.
2 in a row?
In Ohio.
In Ohio. 4, 3, 2, 1 across the wire. Final mile time 2:01.1. Going for a purse of $4,750. Usually this time of year they're a little bit larger purses, but we still have so many horses ready. They just keep splitting divisions.
Yeah, for sure.
Lodge winner circle. 1473. For Capture the Photo, Pierce Henry. 3 Obey Philip, Uncle Peter out of the Broadway Hallmare, Broadway Photo. 7th win in 18 tries. Philip Groves, Sydney, Ohio. Owns and trains Pierce Henry in the sulky, the mile 2:01, 1/5. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's our official number 1 ladies lucky money for. To Little Queenie 3, the 3 Rose Run Billy 2. For Capture the Photo, the winner, the 5. My Pal Gracie 5, 2:01 1/5. 28-4, minute 2/5, 1:31-2. 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 on the bottom. 12th race coming up next. The 2, Nelly Up, make the driver Jason Beatty. Jason Beatty, the 2, Nelly Up in the 12th. Sandy's Commando L.
Doug's calling them out.
Yeah, 11th race in the books. We have 2 more, which means that the next one is our
penultimate.
Next race is the 12th, and that is our second signature series race of the afternoon. And we will introduce you to the competitors when we come back after these messages.
Do you love horses and the outdoors? There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with these beautiful animals every day. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available to those that qualify. Help care for these beautiful animals. Immediate openings across Ohio. For more information, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
Front.
Race 12 now coming up, the penultimate. Another division of the Grand Lake Trot, the Signature Series Trot, going for $3,400, and this is the shortest field we've seen of the day. Just 4 horses.
Yeah. Just 4 horses that have earned close to $1 million.
And the 4 horses,
and just the 4 horses that are competing here in this next Signature Trot.
We talked about Signature Series with Randy Haynes because he is currently the president of this series. But Bob Geist, who is local here at Celina, was a very big influence on that program as well. And I got to see Bob when I stepped away for a moment.
Okay.
And Bob has been dealing with some health issues.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long. He had a lot of, his arm was bugging him, and he had to go through
shoulder,
surgery. Yeah. And he seems to be doing much better.
Yeah, he doesn't wear the sling now.
Yeah, he came up and gave me a hug with both arms, so that was already off to a good start. My first fair I see was probably Paulding. I think he went to Paulding this year, and I did see him there, and he was struggling a little bit. So I'm happy to see him back in high spirits and good health.
Yeah, well, they were worried the doctors, and he's made this public himself, or they have, that his surgery, he's got the Parkinson's disease, which, that is what it is. To fix his shoulder, the Parkinson's doctor really didn't want to do it, but they kind of came to a compromise. If you can do it under 2 hours, it'll be all right for him, And they did it in like an hour and a half up at Lima, that
Did they?
Ohio Institute or whatever they call that up there. Yeah, and everything came out of that just good.
Awesome.
He just told me that he's already looking at sale books.
Yeah. Yeah, they sold JB Magic.
They told me that too. Yeah. He went to Kentucky. Somebody in Kentucky.
Yeah, he wanted to get her. Their aim was to make $100,000 with him, and they got that. And he's been so in and out this year. He'd be good one week and kind of bad the next. So they just kind of got tired of the inconsistency with him. Thought they'd just move him on and look for a new one.
He said, I'm not in this game to make or be rich or get rich, he said. And I said, I finished it for him. And I said, yeah, but you're not in it to get poor. And sometimes it is a really hard decision.
Yeah.
In JB Magic, we went head-to-head with him. We had a horse. My guy, my favorite horse, went head-to-head with him his entire 2-year-old season. And he was so tough. And we were having a conversation. That in between the 2- and 3-year-old year is sometimes – you just can't figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult.
And there's no consistency.
Yeah.
To what happens. I mean, every horse is different.
He's Commando L, driven by Hank Laban. Number 2, Nelly Up with driver Jason Beatty. Three Valsterina, Luke Ebersol drives. 4 Full Moon How, Ronnie Gillespie in the sulky. Win place show, Quinell Exacta, trifecta.
Let's take a look. Race 12, just a shorter field of 4 for the second division of the Grand Lake Trot here in Signature Series. From the rail, Hank Levan, Sandy's Commando L. This is a Break the Bank K, 7-year-old mare. 13 starts on the season, has yet to get a win in 2026, but she's made $12,000. Last time out was at Wapak in the Signature Series. She was second back by just a length in 2:02, but the start before that was at Scioto Downs in the Ohio State Fair. The aged fillies, and she trotted in 55-1.
The 2 is Nelly Up. You have a driver change.
Jason Beatty.
Jason Beatty will drive for Ryan Miller. This is a Muscle Up the Gold gelding from the Fortuna winner mare, O'Malley Dream. 23 starts this year, 13 times. First, second, or third, earnings of $70,000. A mark of 55-4 at Miami Valley back in the spring. And has been second, third, and second last 3 times out.
Luke Ebersol for Cassie LaCourte on the 3 Volsterita. This is a 4-year-old mare by Volstead, owned out of Berlin, Ohio by M3 Racing Stable. 14 starts on the year with 2 wins and 3 third-place finishes. $26,000 made this year, $124,000 lifetime. She's been racing at Miami Valley, so that means she's been off for a handful of months. Her last start out, she's been fitting the non-winners of 6, and end of April was the last time we have seen her. It looks like her last win came at Miami Valley in the non-winners of 32.5 last 4. She was a winner by over 8 lengths and trotted that mile in 54-3.
The 4 is Full Moon How, Ronnie Gillespie for Jessica Smith. Madison and Jessica own this full count gelding for the Don't You Forget It mare Howl Me In. 25 starts this year, 3 wins, a second, and 2 thirds. Lifetime 65 starts, 34 out of 65 first, second, or third place finishes. $175,000 lifetime in earnings, coming off a win at Scioto Downs back on July 30th. And it's had a mile last night that we don't have the information on, but first and second last 2 starts.
Did anybody watch the Carl Milstein last night? Did you watch Northfield Park, anybody?
No.
Matt, I'm surprised by you.
Heard about it this morning.
Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
The Milstein itself?
I was kind of bummed. I told Matt earlier I've been following. Malillo has been racing so good, and realized on Thursday that he was in last night and then completely forgot
to
about
watch
it.
him.
And then when I heard that he won, I was really bummed out. And then I heard that he only paid $260.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah,
and I got over myself.
Yeah, he raced great though, and that was a $300,000 Carl Milstein. I believe that's a Grade 3 that was held up at Northfield Park. Grade 2. Okay.
Yep.
Held up at Northfield Park last night, and they had lots of nice races. They also had the Tom Aldridge Trot, and Luke Ebersol won the Charna last night.
Wow.
Yeah, Luke Ebersol.
Go Luke.
On Clever Cody.
Like a big win.
I think
Clever Cody.
I think that's the biggest win Luke has ever had. That's a $100,000 Myron Charna Memorial Pace on Clever Cody. That here in Ohio, if you've been following us for any amount of time, you remember Clever Cody. He was, I think, was it both 2- and 3-year-old?
Yeah.
Pacer, Colt Pacer of the Year when he was of the age at that time, and he's coming back. He's trying to been tearing it up, and that's Luke's biggest win. He drew the rail, so that helped him up at Northfield Park for sure.
Yeah.
And he was I know Luke was nervous. And the day before, he said, "I just got to remember, they're racing me. I'm not racing them. They're racing me. I'm not."
Good.
He was in it, and he ended
up.
up.
Good way to look at it.
Luke is not a super aggressive driver all the time, and when he protected position and went all the way, I mean, we were actually sitting in our Urbana race office to watch him on the big screen, and we were all cheering for him. It was a lot of fun. So congratulations to Luke. He just last year hit 100,000 lifetime driving wins, and that was by far his biggest yesterday.
That's awesome.
That'd be a fun horse to drive. I love Clever Cody.
Oh, he looked like a monster behind the gate too.
He's a monster. He is a killer.
A handful.
Yeah.
Shorter field, moving in behind the gate. Our Signature Series pads. It kind of gets hard to tell the difference here with the same color race pad, isn't it?
You got to catch them like when they're going right by in front of us, and then see where they are, and then watch from there.
It's rolling up to Doug Ballinger, the call of the 12th, the penultimate, another division of the Signature Series Trot.
They were up then trotting. Sandy's Commando Well goes right to the front with Nellie up right there second. And off stride, Sandy's Commando Well is on the gallop off stride. Nellie up on the outside inherits the lead, moving on the outside as they race around the turn. Full Moon Howl. Full Moon Howl's followed by Valsterina. And Sandy's Commando Well trotting after that break is trailing the field fourth across the backside. They trot. Nellie up leads the way, racing second as they race to the opening quarter. Full Moon Howl trotting third. Valsterina trailing the field fourth around the turn. Sandy's Commando L 30 2/5 around the turn to the 3/8. Nellie up. Jason Beatty have the lead. Racing second as they come into the lane for the first time. Full Moon Howl, Valsterina, and Sandy's Commando L trails the field. Straight alignment, no movement as yet to go after the leader. They come to the half with Nellie up on the front end. Right there second, Full Moon Howl trotting third, Valsterina. And Sandy's Commando L trails. They're at the half. Off a half and 101 and a fifth. They head to the 5/8 in there, but 2 lengths. As they head up the backside is Nellie up. Full Moon Howl is next. Valsterina third. Sandy's Commando L trails the field. They're 3/8 out. As they head up the backside, Nellie up's got every call. The inside racing second is Full Moon Howl, and he tips to the outside for Ronnie Gillespie. Valsterina up the inside third. Sandy's Commando L trails the field. They're into the far turn. They're by 3/4, and Nellie up has them by that mark. 1:31 and 1. Up the inside, Valsterina closing second. On the outside third is Full Moon Howl, and Sandy's Commando L continues to trail the field. They're off the turn. They're on the Samples Memorial, and they're all chasing. Nellie up to the line. Coming to the line, it's Nellie up. Nellie up. Second Valsterina home third. Full Moon Howl. 1:59 and 1.
Nellie up. 1:59 and 1. Pretty easy once the one got out of the way there.
That was a funky race for her. I mean, Sandy's Commando L is not one to ever count out. She's made almost $500,000.
Yeah.
And just
and doesn't show a single break on any of her previous 6 lines, so that was a little surprising.
She equaled the track record out here last year.
Did she?
Yeah, I don't have
Oh, yeah, you're right. I
on,
see it.
Yeah.
She went 58-2 last year to equal the track record.
Yeah.
But that was Jason Beatty for Ryan Miller.
I'm sure Kevin Schmeidenbusch is happy wherever he's at. I think Lima, Allen County's got their parade today, their fair parade.
Oh, is that
so
what?
So he's part of that. So he told me he couldn't come. He was here the other day when this fair opened. He's on like the fair managers.
Yeah,
fair
he
managers, whatever that is.
Pretty involved person at the Allen County Fair.
Yeah. He said he couldn't make it, but he'd watch it on computer, or YouTube, I should say.
Nelly up, though, that is 5 seasonal wins in 24 tries this year.
Four-year-old Big gonna send a muscle up. Fortuna winner mare, Amelia Dream. 17th career win for Nelly Up, Miller Racing Stable, Horseplay Racing, P. Hirschberger and E. Merriman, Ohio own. Ryan Miller trains Jason Beatty in the sulky 159-1. Nelly Up takes the Grand Lake Trot, the Samples Memorial. Official number 1, Sandy's Commando L for to Nelly Up, the winner, 3 Valsterina, 2. The 4, Full Moon Howl, 3, 159-1, 30 2/5, 101-1, 131-1, 4-1-2-3 on the bottom. 13th and finals coming up in about 10 minutes. Win, place, show, Quinella, exacta, and a trifecta on the 13th.
That will do it for the penultimate. What does that mean?
Nelly Up gets the win. That means that the finale is next.
Race 13 is going to round us out. 3-year-old filly Pacers, $5,074, looking for a full gate. 6 girls to step onto the track. The only change that I have right now should be Austin Hanners on the 5, Magical Evening. So join us back here in just a moment. I'm sure those ladies will step on the track pretty quick.
This September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Race 13, the finale for day 1 of 2 here at Mercer County, coming up next. We have kind of a busy day around Ohio. Tomorrow, Celina's going to come back at
6 p.m. or 6:30. I think 6.
It is 6 p.m. post time tomorrow, and it's going to be boys' night along with the Signature Series Pace as well. Matt will be here, I think, alongside Susan, and I'm not sure if anybody else is listed. And then tomorrow's Monday, yeah?
Monday, yeah.
And Zanesville is going to come back for their second card at 2 p.m. And Troy will get underway as well. And I'll be there at 6:30. Then we just, you know the drill. We just keep on rolling.
Busy.
Keep rolling.
Yep.
I'll be at Troy both days, and I'm going to take a couple days off. And I'm headed to Lake Norris.
Where's that?
Tennessee. My family, actually my aunt that helps my mom now, they bought a property down there, and It is a bachelorette trip for my cousin who's getting married.
Oh, cool.
Unfortunately, she chose October 3rd, which is the BSS final night.
Oh.
So I will not be at BSS final night because I will be, I guess technically I'm married, so matron of honor is what I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there are many things. I mean, my parents have done it my entire life. There are so many things being in this industry that you miss for family.
Yeah.
And this is one that I don't want to miss. So I'm going to take a few days, and I will not be at the BSS finals because I should probably be in the wedding. So.
What time's the wedding? I mean, can you do both?
The wedding is in Urbana, so at least it's not somewhere super far away.
Good one, Matt.
It's probably, if we get really lucky, I might be able to. I think it's
Is it?
Well, post time's 5. Nah, I can't.
Yeah.
If it was still 6 o'clock, I might be able to roll with it,
No.
but they
Every
moved
once in a while,
post time up this year.
You deserve a day off for certain things every so often.
My mom was stressing about it. We do have one filly we hope can make the BSS 2-year-old Pacers, and she's like, how do I make that decision? I'm like, I don't know.
Thanks. Let's have a big hand for Matt Richardson. These are the horses. The one, I Love Desi, with Jeff Nicesonger. Number 2, She's So Fast, Hank Levan drives. The 3, I'm Gonna Be Famous, driven by Pierce Henry. 4, Noble Request with Luke Ebersol. 5, Magical Evening, Austin Henners. And number 6, Tippin' Tequila, Roy Wilson in the sulky. Win play show, Quinella Exacta, try.
Look, the 13th and final, I Love Desi on the rail. Jeff Nicesonger for Mark Winners. Looking to go 3 in a row. Was a winner at Sydney and back-to-back at Wapak. Time the better mile at Wapak in 1:59.4. If we go way back, though, in a BSS leg at Scioto Downs back on June 5th, she was in the money. She was 4th in 54.4 final quarter at Scioto, 28.4. Didn't start last year as a freshman at all. 12 lifetime starts this year in 2026 with 2 wins and $18,000 made.
Number 2, She's So Fast, Hank Levan trains and drives. This is a Me So Fast filly from the Real Desire mare, Elodie. 12 starts this year, 1 win, 1 third-place finish, mark of 58 at Scioto, and it's made a little over $9,500. It is 6th last time out at Eaton, and 3rd by a length, and 57.4 at Marysville.
I'm Gonna Be Famous, leaving from the 3rd post position. Pierce Henry trains and drives as a Western Fame filly out of a Yankee Cruiser mare. This is the one that Randy co-owns alongside Harold Lee Bowder. 12 seasonal starts here in 2026. Still looking to break the maiden, but has hit the board 3 times to make almost $6,000. Has come over recently from Scioto to race at the county fairs. Last time out, we did stay flat at Wapak and was 4th by 203 in 203 and 2.
The 4, Noble Request, Luke Ebersol. What's it, Luke?
Yep, he
Luke's
chose on this
driving
one.
for Brian Roebuck. This is a Ponderosa filly from the Nobleland Sandmare. Noble Trixie, 7 starts this year, 1 third-place finish, $2,000 in earnings. It's in a couple of tough post positions, 2nd tier at Wapakoneta last time, and then 5-hole, another 2nd tier before that. Really needs a clean start, a good post, and might have it here today.
Magical Evening, leaving from the 5-hole. Kim Daly owns and trains. Austin Hanners now on the bike. 11 seasonal starts with 1 win, and that came 2 back at Northfield. The non-winners of 1. She won in 57-1 by almost 8 lengths. Start before that, though, at Scioto Downs. She was 2nd in the non-winners of 1 in 53-2. So this filly can pace. She always draws into the harder division. Doesn't matter if we're at a fair or a BSS or whatever, but she does have a little bit of motor, but hasn't worked out in her favor yet. She's made $16,000 lifetime.
Number 6 is Tippin' Tequila.
It's raining.
Oh, it is raining. Roy Wilson in the bike for Tommy Jones, down by the Seaside filly from the betting line mare, No Tippin' Pippin. Good start this year, 9 out of 15 in the money, includes 3 wins and 6 second-place finishes. Got a mark of 2 minutes and 3/5 at Washington Courthouse, and has earned over $15,800. Horses are zooming behind the starting gate. It is now raining here at the Mercer County Fair for our finale. Let's go up to Doug Ballinger for the last time today to call the 13th.
And they're off Skippy at the start to 5 Magical Evening. Field moves into the turn. Magical Evening jumps it off, is off stride as they race into the opening turn. Noble Request to the outside. I Love Desi up the inside. She's So Fast is third. I'm Gonna Be Famous comes out in fourth. Chip and Tequila racing fifth. And Magical Evening trails the field as they race across the backside, going on over to the opening quarter. On top, I Love Desi shows the way. Noble Request is second. She's So Fast is third. I'm Gonna Be Famous fourth. Chip and Tequila fifth. Trail the field after the miscue. Magical Evening 28 and 4/5 as they race around the turn. Top of the field, I Love Desi with Jeff Nicehonger, the 2-hole trip. The Noble Request past the stand for the first time. Third is She's So Fast. Racing fourth, I'm Gonna Be Famous. Chip and Tequila next to the trailer. Magical Evening as they pass the stands. No movement as yet to go after the leader. I Love Desi. Noble Request sits the pocket. She's So Fast third. First to move, Chip and Tequila and Roy Wilson on the outside. Now fifth on the outside. I'm Gonna Be Famous to her inside and trailing Magical Evening. 58 and 3 as they race across the backside for the final time. On top as they head to the 3/4. I Love Desi, but they're coming after that leader. I Love Desi. She's So Fast is on the leader's wheel. Noble Request the inside third. Chip and Tequila the outside fourth. To the inside of Chip and Tequila, I'm Gonna Be Famous and trailing the field. Magical Evening as they move into the far turn. I Love Desi, the leader by 2.5. Noble Request second. She's So Fast third. 128 and 2 as they circle the turn. Chip and Tequila off the turn. They're on their way home. Chip and Tequila coming 3 wide. Now fourth and moving up. It's I Love Desi as they come to the line. I Love Desi. Jeff Nicehonger gets his second on the card. I Love Desi. Second to 4, Noble Request. Third to 6, Chip and Tequila. 157 and 3.
Nice mile.
Pretty nice mile.
Fastest time of the day, yes?
What did I say, though? I said this filly always that was a pitiful drive, but we'll talk about that at another time.
Yeah.
157.3, the fastest mile of the day. And I said she always draws into the hardest division.
And
that filly could never get a break, but
she absolutely did.
Very nice performance. I Love Desi. Mark Winners and Jeff Nicehonger 3 in a row for this filly, and she's now won 3 out of 13.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Second was Noble Request. Luke Ebersol. Third, the 6, Tip and Tequila with Roy Wilson. And again, that was our fastest mile of the day. 157 and 3.
Got
Philly Pacers.
She's still strong. She's coming the third lap.
Where is she?
Right
oh,
down
she
there.
is. Look at her.
Reminds me of when Bulldog Hanover was at Dayton that
Oh,
year.
man. He never stopped.
No, he went 3 laps.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
It's 2 on the day for both Mark and Jeff.
Philly Pace, Hyacolt Racing Association, sponsored by St. Henry Bank, moving into the Slina Moose Lodge winner's circle. Number 1, I Love Desi, 3-year-old Bay Philip, a bit of a legend out of the Real Desire mare. I Got a Feeling Fran. DR Stable. Third win for I Love Desi. Mark Winters trains. Jeff Nicehonger, the winning driver, 157 and 3.
You want to do this over here?
Yeah.
Doug got 145,263.
Results are official. The one I Love Desi, the winner. 2, She's So Fast 4. 3, I'm Gonna Be Famous 5. 4, Noble Request 2. 5, Magical Evening 6, Tip and Tequila 3, 157 and 3. 28 and 4, 58 and 3, 128 and 2. 145, 26, 3 on the bottom, 157 and 3. Well, that wraps it up for a Sunday afternoon. We're back at it tomorrow evening post time.
Well, that will do it. 13,
No,
I know,
come
13 in the
on.
books, but there will be more racing
Still the
here.
middle of the day.
I don't like that. I actually prefer night post.
Do you?
The middle of the day throws my entire day off because I can't do anything in the morning, and then I really don't do anything at night. But
well, there's a lot of life in the middle of the day,
there
Ashley. So you're going to
is.
need to get your handle around
There
that.
is. You're right.
That's crazy.
But we are complete with 13, and we've got more coming tomorrow, a 6 p.m. post, and then 2 p.m. at Zanesville. Zanesville. Yes?
Zanesville.
What you said,
And
yeah.
I'm
Got to see what happened in Zanesville earlier today to see if maybe if they lost that scheduled card, they'd probably back it up with the doubleheader tomorrow or something.
Well, yeah, I don't know how many they got in or all that.
We'll have to figure that out. You're at Troy tomorrow. I'm at Rock Springs on Thursday, going to the Rock. It's always
I'd
fun
like
down
to go
there.
there sometime. Yeah, I've never been there.
It's pretty cool.
Well, Rusty, thanks for joining us for a few.
Yeah, thank you. I just come up here to kind of cool my heels a little bit. Actually, kind of been in hiding. That way nobody can find me.
Tomorrow you won't be as lucky.
No. Well, I won't be as busy tomorrow. I raced today, and so I was busy the first 6-8 races.
For Matt Clark and Ashley Daly, I'm Michael Langer. Thank you for joining us for the races this afternoon. Hope everybody has a good Sunday supper and a nice evening, and join us tomorrow for more live racing here on the OHHA YouTube page. Good night, all.